As he's hearing talks about a possible ceasefire deal are going well in Russia.
At this moment, we have people talking in Russia. We have representatives over there, Steve Witkoff and others. And they're in very serious discussions.
Those comments from the president come moments after Russian President Putin said his country agrees in principle with a U.S.-backed ceasefire proposal for the war in Ukraine. President Trump says he'd be willing to talk directly with Vladimir Putin. It is now 3:03. The Von Haessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Watching some wet pavement in Kennesaw right now, Bill. It's been a little bit of rain on 575. I'm seeing that around Barrett Parkway exit number 1, also along 75 in the same area. So just use caution on the wet pavement out there. Elsewhere in DeKalb County, crash cleared off to the right. All lanes open. 85 northbound at I-285 exit 67. 285 westbound. It's getting slower out of Dunwoody into Sandy Springs from just west of Peachtree Boulevard over to Roswell Road. And the brake lights filling in through downtown from heading southbound from the 85-400 merge, getting slower down to I-20. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy skies today with afternoon pop-up showers and thunderstorms, high 72. Lows tonight in the mid-50s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, high 75. Saturday, starting off with morning rain showers. Then the strong to severe thunderstorms arrive late Saturday night into Sunday morning, damaging wind gusts as well as a few tornadoes possible before 6 a.m. on Sunday.
Storm tracker radar showing some of the rain right now in Cobb County, moving into North Fulton and DeKalb counties at this hour. 73 in Marietta, 72 Lawrenceville, 72 in Stockbridge. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, Hour 1 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Haessler. The other voices you hear are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher. Not here today, not here tomorrow. That means we don't have to worry about the next chapter of the next story. We do have the man behind the glass, George Clark, and the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
Counting down the seconds until this morning's blood moon. I cannot wait for it to happen.
That would not be this morning.
Tomorrow morning's blood moon. Excuse me.
Thank you. You can't. Please.
I don't want to say tonight when it's tomorrow morning.
Then say tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Rather than this morning.
2:26 in the morning.
WSB 95.5 is a news and information station, and we expect you to get the information correct. It's not if it had happened this morning, we all would have missed
the blood moon.
The crazy blood moon, I'm calling it. I call it the crazy blood moon. Blood moon scares me. Scares me like a horror film of sorts, an action thriller.
When the moon gets angry, it has a dark side.
It's just a phase.
Only one man can turn the tide.
I'm not waxing poetic.
Blood Moon, Wolf Blitzer.
I'm not letting some dumb space rock threaten my country.
Blood Moon.
But Wolf, don't you work at CNN?
I'm gonna do a little moonlighting.
Blood Moon. Coming soon to a skyline near you.
Wolf Blitzer. Finally.
Yes!
Finally gets his Schwarzenegger turn. Although I thought of a good line he could use inside the movie. Let's try this one. I gave it to Tim Andrews. This is when Schwarzenegger, the person, whatever, and he says that snarky thing, and then he walks away kind of thing.
Good night, Moon.
Blood moon, you talk about a blood moon. I've got a country that will shoot that moon right out of the sky. Thank you. Don't you hover over my country, threatening my people. I don't have Wolf's delivery.
Good night, Moon.
Good night, Moon. Let's try again. Good night, Blood Moon. Because, and by the way, it is like Interstellar. It's based on actual laws of physics. Turns out if you had enough rednecks pointing AKs at the moon, you could take it down. Yeah. And then I walk away and say, "Who's bleeding now, moon?" Try to scare us. You know, there's 100,000 things that are red besides blood, but they have to say it's a blood moon to get you interested in this new moon.
Now you're waning.
No, what Wolf has to say is, before he shoots, is be prepared to wane.
Be prepared to wane.
Get out! Yeah! Get out of my sky, you damn commie blood moon! It's a commie moon, is what it is.
Oh no.
I have so many puns in my head. I can't.
No, don't go there because Autumn's not here.
No, I mean,
and
for
you can't go
all
back
those
and forth.
trailers, all those things that Schwarzenegger says are puns.
Yes. Well, feel free to pull out a Wolf Blitzer. Get out of my country. Get off my airplane.
Get out of my elliptical.
All right, that wouldn't quite roll off the tongue. It was quite as good as...
What a lunatic.
No, it's got to be, Moon, you met the wrong lunatic. You get it, folks. That moon is coming out. The Von Hessler Doctrine is not going to allow the blood moon to hang over and menace the country that the host of said program loves dearly. We will shoot that moon out of the sky.
At 2:26, you aim your guns for the sky and shoot at that moon.
No, we're not calling for that. We're not calling for that.
I'm with Wolf.
No, I'm not calling for that.
It's going to be a run on ammunition this
afternoon. No. These
Take
are just,
it down.
I know the lack of humor may make it difficult for some of you to understand if those were jokes, but they were simply jokes. Although I do like take it down.
Take that moon down! Yeah, you some bitch!
How dare you! I bled all over my mama's head. How dare you, Blood Moon?
Bloody hell, they're taking down the Blood Moon.
Oh, and with special guest star English
Bloody
Nick.
hell.
He's like the comedy. He has like a pitchfork or something. He's because he's from England.
No, I bring a shotgun.
You
to
bring
the
a
fight.
long gun.
Shotgun. Yeah.
Why'd you bring that pea shooter?
Wolf Blitzer versus the Blood Moon.
Both of whom have no necks.
Neither.
No neck.
They're
No
just
neck.
all face. They're all face. It's all face, right up into the chest.
Do you believe there's a man in the moon?
I'll get him out of there.
Michael Stipe's going to show up and stop you from taking the moon down.
With a cameo appearance by REM's Michael Stipe. I'll take that moon to task.
Hey, I'm fucking the moon, Wolf.
They're all coming.
Ozzy Osbourne aims his dark powers at the moon.
All aboard. Roger Waters. Roger Waters. Let's not forget him. He's going to show up dark side of the moon.
I'm on the other side. The dark side of the moon. Come on over here and I'll play really good music and then piss you off with my political opinions.
I see a bad moon dying.
And John Fogerty. I see.
Don't go out tonight. It's bound to take your life.
There's a blood moon on it. Not for long. Blood moon on the fall.
You should have got the video of the Death Star exploding in Star Wars. That could have been, because that's what it looked like once all those guns are fired at the moon.
I'm just happy that we're finally taking action. That's the difference between Trump and Biden right there. With
You want
Trump
the blood moon, Mary?
I'll put a lasso over it, and then you'll swallow it. Yeah, see, and all the rays will come out of your hair, and you want to sleep with me? I'm just trying to say, Mary, do you want to sleep with me?
Now we should have had like a very soft, echoey version of "Fly Me to."
Oh
the
yeah,
moon."
or no, it should be like some female artist. Fly me to the moon. It's a different moon. This is not your father's moon.
Or your mother's.
Giant steps are what you take walking on the moon.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance.
And Van Morrison shows up and just bitches and moans for a few minutes and then takes off.
There are a lot of songs about the moon.
There are a lot of songs
Moon
about
dance,
the song.
innit? Well, it's relatable.
My favorite is called
Oh, dancing in the moonlight.
It is relatable. Everybody's seen the moon.
Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite.
My favorite song about the moon is called Write a Song About the Moon. I think it's called Song About the Moon by Paul Simon. Great song.
Why isn't it Mr. Moonlight by the Beatles?
Because that was a cover.
Oh.
Was it not?
I don't know. It just says here in the songs about the moon.
Yeah, it is about the moon, but I think it's a cover. I don't think that's. I don't think he wrote. Some Beatles fans think that's the worst Beatles song.
That moon song?
Mr.
I've never heard it, so I got to listen to it.
I love that.
It's not that bad.
That
It's fine.
Radiohead song, Sail to the Moon, is awesome.
Yeah, okay.
But anything that Radiohead does is
All
awesome.
right, how about we start entertaining the audience?
404-872-0750.
What's your favorite song about the moon?
Blood moon of
Give us a
Kentucky,
call.
keep on shining.
Or comment on the WSB Facebook and Instagram.
That's right. Listen, folks, if you can't
Yeah.
get in, because when we open up the phone lines for your favorite song about the moon, that's going to be filled up. We only have 77 lines, so that's going to get filled up right away. And this is something you're going to want to jump on. So go online. Let us know there. We won't acknowledge it, but we'll
Eddie
see
and
it.
LJ on line 1. Eddie and
Oh,
LJ.
yeah. Eddie, can we hurry up now? We got a lot of people jammed in here. If you just very quickly, your favorite song about the moon, sir.
I like the Water Boys a Hole of the Moon. Thank you.
Okay, that surprised me. That surprised everybody.
Wait a minute. Why did it surprise you?
I don't know. Maybe the accent.
I grew up in the 80s.
Okay, I understand that, but
I listened to album 88 back
okay,
then.
all right, I get
That's
it.
the only
All right.
station that played
I don't know
alternative.
why are you yelling at me?
Well, you're
getting old and you don't like it.
I don't mind being old.
Oh, my favorite song about the moon happens in June. You might ask why? Because they rhyme.
There's that famous show, Moonlighting, too, with Bruce Willis and old Sybil Shepherd.
Fly by night.
All right, we could
We could go on about the moon all day.
I think that's what
I
we're going
think
to do.
tomorrow you open up the open mics and you ask people, what's the next planet we should attack? Like, we've done the moon.
The
Moon's
moon ain't a
gone.
planet.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Well, in a way.
Spherical
right.
things in the sky,
There-
in
there's-
the universe.
It's a planetary body.
Well, it's a moon.
It's just that it goes,
Mr.
it
Moon
orbits another planetary body, and that makes it a moon as opposed to a planet.
I also like The Killing Moon by Echo and the Bunnymen. Thank you.
That's good.
Well, see, that's again, you're surprising the hell out of me. I thought you'd be a big Alabama fan.
They ain't got no songs about the moon, as far
Do
as
they? I
I know.
know. Well, I can't say. I don't know their catalog all that well. Perhaps they. So you really got into that sort of alternative English music.
I sure did.
Yeah. That surprises me.
He likes Running Out of Moonlight by Randy Hauser a lot, though, too.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Why is he trying to speak for you, sir?
Well,
What,
that's his
city
nature.
slicker.
That's what they
the
do.
city slicker
Putting words
wants
in your
to put
mouth.
words in your mouth.
I live in the
Running out
old
of
Fourth Ward.
moonlight.
What are you talking about?
Putting
Well,
songs.
you just keep surprising me, sir.
I got one of them nice new condos down there where live, work, and play and all that.
You don't.
Yeah.
You like mixed use. You like.
I love all that crap, man.
Oh yeah.
I got a nice coffee shop down there, and where else
Yeah.
do we go down there?
Yeah, you like the. You like the.
You ever been to Krog City Market?
diversity. What?
You ever been to Krog City Market?
Well, I have, but I'm surprised that you would go there. You're surprising me.
It fulfills my work-life balance goals. I go over to Fred's Meats down there. And,
Yeah.
Walk a belt line
They
and go
got
over
some
to
great sushi in
Jack's
that.
Pizza. They got
Krog's Street.
Jack's Pizza's got that ice cream shop right next
You
door.
pay $10 to go up to the top of the
Claremont.
thing. No. What's the
Palm City Market.
Yeah, I've been up there.
Yeah, you pay that money, go
Sure.
up there. You be in the VIPs.
It's
whatever.
fun.
Yeah.
He loves the new 3 taverns in Pond City Market, too.
I like that, too.
There's a great view of the great view of the Whole Foods across the street from that vantage point.
I got to go. I got a protest to go to.
Okay, so can I say that you don't sound anything like who you are?
Man, that Elon Musk, man, he don't belong here. We'll get him out of this country.
Oh, yeah, you just don't like him either, huh?
Well, I mean, he's an immigrant, and he hates immigrants. I don't understand it. I got to go set a Tesla on fire.
Okay. It's.
I drove a Tesla past me today, and they had a big sticker on the back.
Oh, I've seen those.
That Elon with a line through it.
Oh, please.
You
I saw
ruin your
one.
car to put a dumb sticker on it?
I saw another one that said, "We bought this car before we
I
realized
know.
it." But we know you did. It's okay.
But it's okay. And first, again, every time this story comes up, I'm going to bring up again, Henry Ford was accused of being an anti-Semite. Do you feel, if you're driving a Ford, that you need to let people... No, you're just... This is just about you.
I didn't know
Elon.
this. I'm going back to the Ford Motor Company because a few years ago I bought a brand new Fiesta ST.
Yeah.
And I love that car until it wrecked. But here's the thing.
It wrecked?
I need reparations because I did not know.
Wait a minute. It wrecked?
I wrecked.
Okay. So, all right. It wrecked. You just happened to be driving.
You know what? When you
at the
rear end
time.
somebody in one of those, not going very fast, it's amazing what kind of damage they
can
say.
do to you.
Well, they wrote it off. I wasn't damaged at all.
Okay.
So I
Very
did
nice.
like 10 miles an hour.
Well, you've been in a few accidents
I
in your
have.
life.
More in cars, hardly any on motorcycles.
I know, but it's...
Let's hope that it's only
Keep
in the car,
pushing
not
it.
in the motorcycle.
Keep pushing it, pal.
All right, Dad.
As I tell all my friends that ride motorcycles, I'm not going to visit you in the hospital when we have a face looks like hamburger from being dragged through a
I thought you were
gravel.
going to say, "Don't come running to me when you lose your legs in a bike accident."
I get it.
There you go.
No, and don't come after me. All right, I come from a family that has real bikers, not the.
You're talking like the Easy Rider,
I'm
chopper
talking
dudes.
real bikers,
Shotguns,
real deals.
Bunch of Honda Goldwings in your family, huh?
Back when women who had tattoos were women who had tattoos.
That's
And
right.
you know what I'm talking about.
That's right. An Easy Rider.
Yeah. An old lady on the back of the hall.
There's my old lady on the back of the hog.
That still exists.
So go to hell if you're going to come after me about anything I say about. I've earned it. I was ignored by older brothers who were real bikers. So don't come after me.
You were teased in a truck by a trucker.
Yes. Yes.
I bet you ain't even been laid yet.
I was 12 years old.
Wuss.
Hey, you know what? You're right. I haven't. I actually have not. It turns out. You know, I hadn't
Sir,
even,
you are
hadn't even
correct.
thought to feel bad about it. But
that memory stuck with you.
What am I doing with the first 12
stuck
years
with
of my
me
life?
the last 2 days.
Yeah. He really taught you a lesson. Then he was like, "Uh-oh."
He taught me a lesson. Don't say yes to you want to go for no good reason, ruin your summer by being in this this long haul trucking, whatever. I thought it would be oh man, we'll be out there, long hauls, it's like
traveling.
That'd be great.
See
we
the world.
We're out on the highway for about 20 minutes, and it occurred to me, this is all it's going to be.
Boring.
Just like me looking at the road, coming at me, and I'm with these two grown men that I have nothing in common with.
He let you honk the horn?
No, we were beyond that. Come on, I had to act like I belonged there. I couldn't be a tourist.
Well, it would be funny if you asked that.
Yeah, and then
Can
you
I
get
honk
there,
your
and it's
horn,
like,
mister?
well, we thought they'd be unloading, but hey, Eric, why don't you help us unload 8 billion pounds of fertilizer on a hot summer's day in Raleigh, Mississippi? Doesn't that sound fun?
It's good for the shoulder, I'll tell you.
Hey, but you got a great gas station shower afterward.
Yeah, right.
I remember seeing when we were going to Raleigh. I thought I was so excited because we were coming out of Baton Rouge area, and I thought I'd never been to Raleigh, North Carolina. That's pretty far away. It'd be
That's like
wild to see that.
Mount Pilot.
Yeah, no, Raleigh, Mississippi.
Oh.
You should have Kevin Kinney write a song about that. Rolling down Highway 41, that kind of deal.
The right Raleigh, the wrong Raleigh.
Christmas special. Kevin Kinney write a song about Eric's trucking days.
Thank you. Yeah, Kevin, if you heard that.
And it was his
Did
birthday
you just
yesterday.
commission that?
Happy birthday, Kevin Kinney, yesterday.
Oh, for heaven's sakes! I was texting him and I didn't even.
Oh, for heaven's sakes!
I'm a bad friend. I'm not a good friend. I'm a good friend, actually.
You're a great friend.
I'm not a good friend like that, though. I'm not a good friend with
Keeping up on
milestones,
things.
keeping up with people.
No.
I'm a good friend in the sense that I really do like my friends and I care about them, but I'm not good with all the protocols. Like
That's okay. Everybody else is.
remembering their names and things like that. Small things. I remember their essence. I know why I like them. I just may have forgotten that they call you Fred. I don't know. It's just
That's why you introduce them to other friends when you're around other friends, because then they introduce themselves to the friend
That's
they never
right.
met. Then you know their name.
Do people ever pick up on that when you do that? Do you think?
I
Like,
did
is
it
it something
the other
we
night.
all know?
I did it the other night.
Hi, this is my wife,
work.
Jane.
You speak, hey, guy, what's going on? Or what's going on, girl?
Hey, it's you.
No, I don't. Hey,
It's you. What's going on, you?
Really, what you want to do is you want your friend to introduce themselves. That's the way to do it.
Yes.
Because if the friend says, or if my wife said, hi, I'm Jane, I'm Eric's wife, that naturally makes the other person say, oh, I'm Fred, and then Eric can stand there and go, that's right.
But if you introduce your wife and say, hey, this is Jane, my wife Jane, the
They'll
other person
expect you.
doesn't feel the need to.
Right.
No, you're meant to. Yeah.
Right. Listen, just ask. If you need tips on how to insincerely be sincere, you've come to the right place. You ask me any questions. Hey, guy. Hey, Sparky.
Sparky.
No, I don't say Sparky.
Hey, Sparky.
That's when I've forgotten your child's name. Hey, Sparky.
What is the dog's name?
How's the kid
Rover,
doing?
too?
How's
The
the kid
dog,
doing?
I don't care. Huh?
I say, how's the kid doing?
How's the kid? Hey, how's your kid doing?
Oh, they're fine. Oh, God, what gender is it?
Whenever we go to whatever, I have to.
Timmy.
I have to go to Dayton, Ohio. Yeah, I know. You're jealous.
Go to the Bob Evans.
This weekend. And
What's happening there, then?
It's my brother-in-law is having his 60th birthday.
Nice.
And
be a rager?
before we go anywhere, because there'll be a lot of people, I have to like stop with my wife and go, okay, they have any kids? What are names? Okay, who's the?
Yeah, pull the pictures
They just
up.
had kids. They just had kids, or what? I mean, my goodness, when I go back home to Western New York, and sometimes there's a year or two in between, the kids are having kids. You know, like every time I go back, it seems like if I go visit my family and I open a cupboard door or something, like children fall out. Like, I don't know. So I have to, like, my wife keeps up with everything on Facebook. I don't. But before I was like, okay, how many nephews do I have now? How many nieces? What are their names? So I have to, like, I'm like a politician before I walk into a room. Yeah, his name is, you really like him a lot. He gave us $1 million.
There you go.
Go in there and tell him, I need to have that kind of, like,
So I'm saying you need to have like a little, almost like a little slideshow, or a couple of a deck with all the different family members, the pictures of them, and then you swipe through. It's like,
well,
okay.
like if the Google Glass worked, no one would know. You would just you would turn around, that would visually recognize the 3-year-old, right? Because he's probably an influencer or something, opens toys online or something. So like they'll
making $500,000 a year.
and then they'll flash up on my glasses. It was just because there'll be one time that I will walk in, I will see your face, Jared, and I'll go, is that Jim?
Think so?
Jim?
Jezebel?
Jezebel? Is it Jezebel?
Jezebel Yamamoto?
Close. It's Jared.
Oh,
Close.
okay, yeah, that's right. Okay,
Hey.
yeah.
It's Giami.
I have stunned myself with the people whose names I've forgotten. And this is over the years. It's not like it's not like
I'm the
you're
worst
getting
at
old
that.
now. Although as I get old, the short-term memory gets even worse. But
But a massive
I can't
family
imagine
gathering,
why.
you're not going to interact that much with the kids. So why does it matter if you don't know their names, really?
well, I mean, first of all, they don't see me very often, so I feel like a need to go,
Uncle
hey,
Eric."
I'm that guy you may have heard. Maybe they talk about me. I don't know. They probably don't. But
He's the
I'm
guy
that
who
I'm
got
your
out.
uncle.
He got out and
Yeah.
made some of himself in radio.
Now, you know how you're still stuck in all this mess? Yeah. I'm the one who got out. Yeah. Merry Christmas. See you in 3 years.
A popular retirement myth is that once you retire, taxes go away. Not so much. We're here with Aaron Vincent of the Vincent Finance Group, and let's talk about the importance of having a tax strategy, not just now, but into and through retirement.
Taxes will be your biggest expense in retirement. I love analogies. So whenever I was a kid, I got in trouble sometimes. When I reached a certain age, my parents gave me the option. They said, hey, you can either choose to get the spanking or you can choose to be grounded for the next week. The choice was mine. Do I want spanking? Like you're going to choose the pain of right now? Ugh. Or you're going to choose the purgatory of pain of just the over and over again. Every day you wake up, your friends are playing outside, and you get to sit in your room and look out the window and watch them play because you chose the grounding because you didn't want the upfront pain. I mean, that's a tough choice to make. That's basically, in a nutshell, Mark, when you say, well, what can you do? What are some tax strategies? I'm here to tell you right now, we don't have a magic wand, and we can't just say, hey, come work with us, and no longer do you pay taxes anymore. That's just not real. There are definitely strategies that will help mitigate the amount of taxes that you'll pay. We can calculate how much you'll pay over your retirement, and we can determine what that tax bill will be. That's the grounding. That's the default path. That's the one that if you don't have a plan for your money, you fall into the government's plan for your money, and that is that you choose the grounding. Who wants to feel pain now? Who's going to choose pain? I'll raise my hand and say, yeah, I want the spanking. If you don't even know it's an option, you're definitely not choosing it. Well, so the point is, there are strategies. There are things that you can do to mitigate those taxes that you're going to pay over a 30 or 40-year period of time, but you got to choose the spanking.
The choice is yours. Pay a little more now or a lot later. Call the team at the Vincent Financial Group and take advantage of their no-cost, no-obligation tax map. 770-280-1488. That's 770-280-1488 or online at retireatlradio.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. A 401k assessment does not constitute a comprehensive retirement plan. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Imagine this. It's 10 o'clock and time to go to bed. Scary, right? It might be, especially if you fear the chance of an accidental leakage and skin irritation. Well, if that's the case, you need to try Tena Sensitive Care Overnight Pads. Its skin comfort formula acts as a barrier to help protect your skin and provides triple protection against leaks, odor, and wetness, helping you feel secure throughout the night. With Tena Overnight Pads, your nights will be smoother and your days brighter. Try them now and have a smooth night.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story, a Metro Atlanta youth pastor faces child porn charges. Roswell police officer Tim Lupo says it was a tip that led them to the home of Futures Church youth pastor Daniel Menelau.
Our detectives, along with our partners at the GBI and the HSI, served a search warrant at Mr. Menelau's home, which resulted in him being charged with 6 counts of possession of child sexual abuse material.
Police seized several devices and videos of children being sexually abused. Lupo says Menelau used a popular messaging app to share and download the videos. Hoping to get more tips from the public, Crime Stoppers of Atlanta is upping the cash reward it offers from $2,000 to $5,000.
First time it's been done in its history, which has been about 20 years. So it's very important.
Sergeant Travis Williams, director of Crime Stoppers of Greater Atlanta, says by increasing the standard reward, we are sending a clear message about the power of information in making our streets safer. Crime Stoppers operates as a fully anonymous tip line. Russian President Putin says Russia agrees in principle with the U.S. ceasefire deal, but he says the terms still need to be worked out. Speaking through a translator today, Putin says before a ceasefire can take effect, Ukrainian troops in Russia's Kursk region must surrender.
There are nuances. First of all, what are we going to do about this incursion in Kursk region? If we ceased hostilities for 30 days, what would that mean?
Putin says Russia must speak directly with the U.S. about the ceasefire proposal, possibly directly with President Trump. Dollar General warns low-income Americans' financial conditions are getting worse. The retail chain has more than 20,000 stores, primarily in rural areas, and its core customers earn under $40,000 a year. The company's CEO says many Dollar General customers report they only have enough money for basic essentials, and some even have to forego those basic essentials. It is now 3:32, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Found new trouble in DeKalb County. Stall partially in the left lane, 285 southbound. The Interloop Glenwood Road, exit 44, and it's just adding to the delays, already stretching back up into Dorville and Dunwoody for the afternoon. Traveling into Dallas. downtown. 400 southbound hitting the brake pedal at Lenox Road, and it's going to continue to be slow all the way down to I-20. Northbound delays filling in as well from University Avenue up into Midtown. If you're traveling I-85 northbound added to Cabot in Gwinnett County, it's getting slower as well. 285 up toward Beaver Ruin. 400 northbound brake lights in the work zone from I-285 heading up to Northridge, exit 6 there in Sandy Springs. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy skies today, high 72. Pop-up showers and thunderstorms for the afternoon and evening hours. Lows tonight in the mid-50s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, high 75. Saturday, a few rain showers in the morning. Then the line of strong to severe thunderstorms arrive between 10 p.m. on Saturday through 6 a.m. on Sunday. Damaging wind gusts and a few tornadoes possible early Sunday morning.
And Storm Tracker radar is showing some scattered storms now popping up across the metro area. 72 in Peachtree Corners, 73 in Austell, 71 in Palmetto. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Visit my friends at Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort. This is Scott Slade. They specialize in exquisite handcrafted fine jewelry and natural mined diamonds, never mass-produced. It's where I've been doing business for over 25 years. Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort.
At Coosa Valley Credit Union, we believe in kinder banking. That means speaking to a real person, a state-of-the-art website and mobile app, and kinder banking means offering our members the most competitive rates in the market. This is Andy Harris. Come see us at Coosa Valley Credit Union.
Dave Baker here for Ben Hill Renovations. I know what's important to you when you're looking for a new deck. You want the work done with quality workmanship, on time, within your budget, and built correctly. Getting a new deck from Ben Hill Renovations checks all the boxes. And when it comes to new decks, pretty much anything you can imagine, Ben Hill can do. And they're all backed by the Ben Hill Workmanship Warranty. Swing by the new Ben Hill Renovations showroom in Douglasville and talk to one of their designers. Or see them on the web at bhrenovations.com. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
Little Randy Houser. Thank you, George.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I don't know. I don't want to go after it. I'm tired of going after country singers.
Yeah.
God bless. Hope you're great. Oh, you don't know. You can't go after somebody.
I'm just saying thank you, Eric, for that praise.
Can I just say, I'm not a country fan, really. I like the Jason Isbells of the world and that kind of stuff.
Americana.
Yeah. But there's this guy called Stephen Wilson Jr.
Is he Stephen Wilson? No,
Stephen
he doesn't have
Wilson,
any son.
Dude, this guy, I think he's
because there's a Stephen
amazing.
Wilson who's very famous.
Stephen Wilson Jr. Check him out when you get a chance.
But he's not Stephen Wilson's son.
No, I don't believe so.
Because he doesn't have any children.
No.
The guy from Porcupine Tree. He doesn't have any children.
I just discovered this guy. He was on some sports podcaster had him on doing a song live. Very famous sports podcaster. He's been doing it for a long time.
Rich Eisen. The Grant
Dan something?
Dan Patrick.
Yeah.
He had him on, and man, this kid.
You got Dan Patrick, you got Bill Simmons, and a couple other old
Eisen
guys.
has a good one.
Stephen Wilson Jr. I can't say enough about him.
All right, well, then don't.
Wonderful.
How about just don't?
You've said enough.
Well, the Stephen Wilson I'm thinking of has a new album out, too. I haven't.
Oh.
This is my idea. This is because, I'm doing the vinyl thing now. And
Yeah.
I don't pretend that it's better.
When you say you're doing the vinyl thing, you're not manufacturing vinyl on Roswell.
No.
You've got
I'm
a plan.
spending hard-earned money.
Yes.
Trying to create a
Well, you were Mr. Digital for a long time,
Yeah.
so for you to switch has been quite
It's
a
just
change.
been fun for me, and it's different when you're creating a vinyl collection when you're older is way different than the vinyl. When you're younger, it's like, I've got $8 extra. I can buy this album, or maybe mom or dad will buy me an album. And then you look back some years later and you've got an album collection. But when you start from scratch at my age, it's a whole different, I'm spending money left and right because I want stuff that like I'm in the mood for. So I want all moods at once, rather than when you're a kid, it's like, oh, I'm getting into this now. And then you look back at that part
and as a kid, you buy it when it's new.
When it's new and when you can, or something you've heard about, you have the money.
Pretty much.
Now I just want the whole damn collection. But Steven Wilson, not Junior, but the one I'm thinking of,
From
that's
the
a new
Porcupine.
album, I'm thinking of buying that one for this experimental reason. It'll be the first vinyl album, because I haven't heard it yet. Like, don't stream it first. And finally get that experience I haven't had since I was a kid,
you put the needle on?
I put the needle on, sit down, listen to it for the very first time as an album.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
I think it is too. But look, when you get to my age and you've pretty much had the successes in your life you're going to have, you just have to fill out time until death. And this is what I've decided. I can sit around and just do crossword puzzles until I die, but I've decided to do this instead.
The vinyl experiment.
The vinyl experiment.
Why not learn how to play the guitar?
I know. I tried to do that when I was
his fingers hurt.
17 years old. I didn't realize it would hurt your fingers.
He's got really soft
now. You
fingers.
could maybe
one half hour after I had spent $100 on the book and the acoustic guitar, I realized when I sat down that, oh, I didn't know there was going to be pain involved. Well, I don't like this. See, I don't know if you know this about me, Jared. I don't like pain. So I do what I can to avoid it.
You were 17. Why not try now? Maybe your pain threshold's higher now. You've been through. You've experienced a lot more.
I've got good pain threshold. But that's only based on stuff that I have to put up with, not something that I never say,
don't force
this
yourself.
is going to hurt, so I'll go over there and do that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit of exercise from time to time, but I'm a light exerciser as well.
Get some
you know,
guitar
my
gloves.
idea of exercise is walking.
Yeah.
You know, my idea of really hard exercise is
I'm with you.
walking further. that's my exercise routine. Well, walk a little further. That's if you want more. All right, English Nick is here, obviously, for a grand purpose. So let's get to it.
It's English Nick with Toodle Pip.
Toodle Pip.
Oh my gosh!
See,
they're killing the moon.
That was going to be my first story, but you guys already killed it.
What, the blood moon?
But there's a bit of
blood-soaked moon.
There is a lunar eclipse involved in this.
I got another one.
All right.
You ready?
All right.
All right, blood moon. Consider that a tampon. No.
Was that Seinfeld?
Too gross?
Kind of.
When I try to sound like Wolf Blitzer,
What's the deal with the moon?
What's the deal?
Why do they call it a blood moon anyway? It's not bleeding.
So you're with us, right, English Nick? We're taking that damn blood moon out.
Apparently, yeah. And even and you talked about was it night or morning, right?
Morning, 2:00 tomorrow morning.
In the article I had, it said the night of Thursday, March the 14th.
Which is incorrect.
Completely confused.
Thank you.
That was correct. Do people
bad
not
literature.
understand what midnight signifies? Midnight
Means
is
the
the
day is
first
over.
minute of the next day. No, 11:59.
Last minute
is the
of the
last minute.
previous day.
The previous day. There's not midnight isn't some gray area that isn't today, it isn't tomorrow. Midnight, 12 midnight is the first minute of the next day, which makes what comes first, morning or night?
Morning.
Okay, then if it's the first minute of the next day, it must be the first minute of the next morning.
But I think because of human rationale, all of these articles have been saying Thursday night is the night to catch the
Meaning
the
people are
blood moon.
stupid, so they're being written down to. We don't want them to miss it, because by tomorrow morning, they'll think tomorrow afternoon at 2:00.
When in reality, though,
Reporters, let people find out at 2:00 in the afternoon there is no blood moon. Stop writing down to their level of intelligence.
So the correct writing would be Friday morning.
Friday morning at 2 a.m.
The early hours of Friday morning.
The early, well, yes.
Wee
the early
hours,
The
some
wee
people call it.
hours.
Why do they call it the wee hours?
Because
there's only small.
There's only
numbers.
a small amount between midnight and 2, so it'd be wee. So if you had a wee,
Wee lassie.
it'd be a wee lassie wee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So it really comes down to inches.
I don't want to see a wee lassie wee.
Wee Lassie Wee.
I do.
I don't even know what it means.
A lot of that on the Scottish
I
Highlands.
hated the show Lassie when I was a kid.
I used to get scared, I think. I used to hide behind the sofa because I was worried what was going to happen to Lassie.
Oh, wow. That's because you're
Same
an
with Doctor
animal
Who.
lover.
Doctor Who. I used to hide behind the sofa on that sometimes.
Gosh, that's
because I was a tiny kid when I started watching that.
If I was your dad, at some point I would look at your mom and say, you know what? I think we should push that sofa up to the wall.
Yeah.
That way he can't get behind it and he watch TV.
Maybe our son will finally face life.
It was against the wall, but you could go to the end of the sofa and hide behind the arm part of it.
Yes.
Duck down.
Well.
But, you know.
Yeah, all I know.
I got over it pretty quick and used to scare my little brother with things then.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all.
Turn the lights off when he wasn't expecting
Picture of Jimmy Savile.
They didn't know.
No, at that point, nobody knew.
They didn't know back
But he
then.
didn't look like a creep.
Well, you look at him now, though. You used to watch those old Top of the Pops. It's like, that guy was
that
bad,
documentary.
Man. That Jimmy Savile. Woo! Yeah, I watched that documentary.
In church.
Or one of them.
At one point.
Church.
He was
He had one of his charities was sort of a mental hospital for teenage girls.
Well, he was
and he would
helping out
go
kids.
there.
Yeah, I know.
He would go there.
Take him out for the night.
What are you kidding me? It was. Boy, it's bad. And you know what? People knew.
Yeah, they knew. John Peel knew. John Peel would never be a part.
Johnny Rotten was talking about it
Johnny
back in
Rotten.
the 70s. And they just let it happen. If you don't know, it's this guy, what was
Jim
his name?
Jim
Savile. Huge over there because of BBC.
Radio 1 DJ had a
Top of the Pops.
kids show, had a show on Saturday nights.
Yes.
Jim will fix it. Kids would write in.
That's a weird.
Jim, I want to meet this certain
you see the
superstar.
same
I want to go to the zoo or something. And Jim, do it.
Did you see the same documentary I did?
Yeah.
Because they were like on one of those Jim will fix it. Like the whole crowd was like those girls
sitting
from
on those cushions
from that place that's like a mental. And it wasn't just him. It was a lot of people.
Yeah,
I think
crazy.
that guy who sings the Pink Floyd. Come on, here's have a cigar. He
was involved.
That's not Roger Waters.
No, that's a different.
That's
guy.
Roy Harper, and I don't know. Somebody can look it up, but I think he's involved in this craziness.
Dark, terrible time.
It is.
Hats off to Roy Harper.
But my point is that people knew. You know, it's like Weinstein here. It's like Epstein. It's like all of the stuff that's going on in Hollywood. P. Diddy. Everybody knew. They just let it go on.
Yeah, he was on trial in the 2015.
Roy Harper? Well, it doesn't mean he's guilty. Just because you're on trial doesn't mean you're guilty.
Allegations of young girls.
It all came out after Savile died, and then they started bringing people to task.
Thankfully, they hadn't built the first statue. They didn't have to start tearing down statues. But there's a lot of plaques in England had to come down.
Oh, he had a
but
massive.
They all knew because they saw it. The BBC covered it up for years.
Producers, because he was money. He was so popular, crazy.
Can you imagine being that popular that people would let you get away with that? I mean, how damn popular are you that people don't go, what if that was my child? How popular do you have to be?
It's almost
that people are like, hey, we're making money, but it never occurs to them, what if that was you must be really popular.
It's kind of on par with the Michael Jackson situation in a way.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Where those mothers just went on tour with Wacko.
Yeah.
And like Michael me and your kid are going to stay in one room, but the parents are going to stay in another room way away.
Yeah.
Across the hotel.
But this is more insidious, I think, because it was a movable feast. Like it was like this, they would almost like kidnap these kids or somehow whatever, but they would have them available at different places, and then like these elite, rock stars and probably actors and athletes, whatever, would show up and take part in all
he was really big friends with Princess Diana and Prince Charles.
Well, I know
because
his big cover was charity.
Yeah.
That's how he got away with everything. Is that he was known as the most charitable guy. But you look at the dude, he looks like a freak. I mean, if I just showed you a picture and said this guy turned out to be a real creep, you'd be like, oh, that makes sense.
Crazy.
When the weather is at its worst, it's an overnight early Sunday morning situation with damaging wind gusts and, yes, even tornadoes in the forecast.
We're at our best.
Christina will be on duty live in the Storm Center overnight Saturday.
Stay prepared for whatever Mother Nature has in store.
The severe weather knocking down trees and causing damage and power outages across the metro.
With your severe weather station, 95.5 WSB.
Are you facing a fork in the road and deciding between continuing your career and retirement? I'm Wes Moss, host of Money Matters, and this massive life decision shouldn't be taken lightly. Talk with my team if you'd like help reviewing your retirement accounts and building a financial plan. We can help you review options and offer an opinion based on your best interests. You can find us at yourwealth.com. That's YOUR wealth.com.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
There's a hidden tax costing hardworking Georgians over $5,000 every year. Governor Kemp's tort reform legislation will end this tax and lower costs for families. It will also protect victims. Listen to Governor Kemp.
The bill that I will sign is not going to keep anyone in this state from receiving the justice that they deserve.
Ensuring our justice system is fair and accessible and lowering costs for us. Tell Georgia's lawmakers, stand with Governor Kemp and pass tort reform. Paid for by Protecting American Consumers Together.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
EMC Security.
Meet EMC Security's hero of the home.
After some break-ins in my neighborhood, it got me thinking about my family's security. A friend recommended EMC Security, so I called them. Now I have peace of mind that my family is safe without having to sign a long-term contract.
Way to go, Sarah. Be the hero of your home with no contracts, fast and reliable monitoring, and rates as low as $16.95.
EMC Security. Smart protection for a safer tomorrow. O'Reilly.
Stop by the new O'Reilly Auto Parts in Dallas on Ridge Road across from Publix now through March 25th for the grand opening sale. You'll get 2 times O Rewards points on select purchases, including 5 quarts of any Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil to get to your next reward twice as fast. And buy one, get one free Coca-Cola products at your new O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Got a leaky pipe? Ace Hardware Home Services is around the corner with everything you need to fix it, including the expert to do the fixing. Heating or cooling issue? We've got a trusted pro for that, too. We're not just the helpful hardware folks. We're the helpful home service and repair folks, too. From plumbing to heating and cooling, the licensed and insured experts at Ace Hardware Home Services are ready to keep your home running smoothly all year long. Get help today at acehardwarehomeservices.com.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
I blame George. That's all I'm going to say. I blame George.
Georgie boy.
Yeah, I get a thing. I'm sitting here talking to my friends, just sort of shooting the breeze.
Just chatting away.
That's what we say on the radio. We were shooting the breeze. And then all of a sudden here, we're back. Aren't you the guy who's paid to tell me 1 minute?
That is true.
All right.
I thought you were shooting the moon, not the breeze today.
Well, you got to get ready.
Oh, okay.
That's
some practice on the breeze.
Practice.
Take a couple practice shots before
take a few practice shots at the breeze before I decide to take down the blood moon.
At 2:26 in the morning.
Oh, look at this, boys. CNN all day long.
Oh, it's on there.
We got the editor-in-chief of Sky and Telescope. She would know.
It is beautiful, I got to say.
Is it? It's red.
Yeah,
it's not even red. It's rust.
Thank you, Nick.
Get out of here.
It's the beautiful U.S. America moon.
That's right.
That's bloody.
It looks like an Easter egg.
It's the same color as the middle Tesla that was sitting out front of the White House.
That beautiful
Which is your favorite?
So red. They tell me I'm not allowed to drive, and that's probably smart.
But I'm getting it.
I'm going to buy it.
Has this guy done one Toodle Pip story?
He has not.
No.
Not a single one.
Get him out of here!
Well, as I'm doing
Don't say hi to your mama.
I can't anymore. But I
meant metaphorically. Don't put me in that position.
I will say hi to my dad next week, so I'm going to England on Sunday night. Yeah.
I want you to get Ivan to come over here. He's 85, so I don't know if he can travel.
86, March 28.
I don't know. That might be too much.
There may be a few little health things.
Yeah. Well, at 86, there's always
to be
something.
far away from where he, I don't know. I think he.
That's how I felt when I was in Spain, even though I wasn't sick. I was like, what if something happened here? Like, I get taken to some local hospital.
Yeah, you go to a hospital.
They're like, Americano. He probably voted for Trump. Put him at the back of the line.
They take you to where they take all the bullfighters.
Was that what? Yeah. Laying back there,
like a morgue.
Yeah. What do you call them? What do they call these bullfighters? What's the name? I can't remember.
Toreadors?
No.
They call them bullfighters.
Matadors.
Yeah. They only go to the morgue after their last fight. They have plenty of if they're decent. There's a lot of good meals.
What do they kill them in Spain and they don't kill them in Mexico? Is that how it goes?
Do they still kill them in Spain?
One country kills them, one doesn't.
I think Mexico does not. That would be my guess because Spain, if anybody's going to stick to it, like the beauty of it,
I think it's just,
I don't
some
get
places don't have it anymore in Spain. I think.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Liberals.
I was over in Spain. It was nothing but. Pictures of bulls and cows everywhere. They're very, very proud of it, especially in the Basque country. And I'll tell you, man, I had some burgers over there that were wonderful.
Good meat.
Wonderful. Good meat.
You like the Spanish burger?
It's hard to find good meat these days.
You like that Spanish meat?
Oh, I love the Spanish meat.
Speaking of CC, here's your story.
Yeah.
And this is from HuffPost.com, which I guess is the Huffington Post.
It used to be called the Huffington Post, but it got sold to some conglomerate, and now it's called.
So Ariana Huffington's not part of it anymore?
She has not been in a very long time.
That's why it sucks.
Yeah, it was great when she was around.
It was better.
She started out as a conservative.
I know.
I used to watch her on C-SPAN when I was like 16, 17 years old. And I'll never forget, this was before she was known, because then it was years later that her husband ran for governor, and he lost, and then he came out as gay, and then they broke up, and then she became the liberal Huffington. But I remember watching her, and she was speaking at this conservative think tank thing. And I just remember, I didn't really understand exactly what the issues were, but I noticed that the other erudite conservatives would always take a shot at her, like they thought she was a phony. Like they thought she was like some kind of she had kind of like a phony baloney Ayn Rand thing going in the 80s, where she was like, Ayn Rand had died, so she was going to be the female conservative.
She picked up the baton
jock
and
philosopher. Right? Yeah, I think
the Ayn Rand torch.
But she was never taking side. But I've watched these things on C-SPAN. You could tell the other sort of Stanford educated, like the high. I want to say hoi polloi, but I think I just found out that's really actually the rabble. Look up hoi polloi.
It is the rabble.
But we always say the hoi polloi like
I asked Dennis Miller
like it's
one
the
time.
top of the.
No, he said it. He said it
class.
to me in an interview. I go, "What does hoi polloi mean?" He's like, "You don't know? It's like the riffraff."
Yeah, right.
It's the masses, the common people. Yeah,
but it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like, oh, he's from the hoi polloi.
The beautiful people.
Probably because of hoity-toity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, in the entertainment section of the HuffPost,
yes,
Celine Dion warns that AI-generated songs purporting to be hers are fake.
Oh.
So if you're going to go download some Celine,
Yeah.
it may not be her, is the warning.
And I was just like, we got to do something. We got to stop this AI. Good luck. Good luck.
Well,
maybe we passed a law. We could stop AI, and it would just stop.
You know what? When we come back, I have a Celine Dion AI fake songs package that breaks it down even further.
Yeah, but English Nick is going to be gone.
Does he
won't
have
be
to
here
go?
I'll
guide-
stay for the package.
You'll stay for
always.
He'll always stay for a
I'll
package.
tell you what, you never change. You are always willing to stay for the package.
When it rains, it pours right into your crawl space, and that creates that musty smell and dangerous mold growth under your house. Meteorologist Christina Edwards here for American Crawl Space Solutions. Make the smell and the water go away and stop the water from coming back. Call American Crawl Space Solutions. They're experts at keeping your crawl space dry and preventing the mold from growing in your home. Give them a call today.
American Crawl Space Solutions. Foundations too.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
House Republicans are working every day to secure the southern border, end government waste, and bring down the rising cost of living that is hurting every one of us. Y'all, I'm Congressman Mike Collins, and I won't let off the gas until we fix our country and put American interest first. And follow along at collins.house.gov, because we have a lot of work to get done, and I want you involved.
Paid for with official funds from the Office of Representative Mike Collins.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our US-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or consumercellular.com today. Real people paid to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
When divorce places your world in jeopardy, Cordell & Cordell, one of the nation's largest family law firms, is committed to helping you. Cordell & Cordell is ready to fight for you in divorce and family law matters, providing the strength of legal experience that we can share with you. Call us to schedule your consultation today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Atlanta area attorneys. 404-793-0000. 1 Glen Lake Parkway Northeast, Suite 975, Atlanta, Georgia 30328. Joseph Cordell, Principal Partner. CordellCordell.com.
When it comes to your home, quality is crucial. Trust the Plus. Painting Plus. The Plus means siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and of course, painting.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus and the Plus family of businesses. Quality comes first. We have the most experienced exterior craftsmen in the industry.
If your home's exterior has it, the Plus can improve it. Painting Plus. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more. Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
It only happens once a year. It's always fun. It's our signature Sign and Drive event. All you got to do is sign and drive with no money down and no payments for 90 days. Plus, at Beaver Toyota, you'll receive exclusive Beaver benefits with your new car. Benefits like no-charge oil changes and car washes. And yes, even complimentary loaner cars and a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's our annual Sign and Drive event. Now, this is the way car buying should be. Only at Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you. WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top story, it's happening now. It's a WSB Money Update, the close of another volatile day on Wall Street. With the stumbling stock market taking a bite into our 401ks, one expert says, don't panic.
Don't focus too much on the stock market tumble. That's the word from Kennesaw State University economics professor Roger Tutterow, who says panic can lead to bad investments.
Take a long-term perspective, diversify your investments, and you're more likely to come out of this thing whole.
He says in a broad sense, it's nothing like we saw in 2020 or the financial crisis of 2008.
The drop in prices would probably be closer to what we might call a correction. It's not a bear market.
He says the volatility will likely continue, though, for several months. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
At the closing bell on Wall Street, the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ are all sharply lower. The Dow is down over 530 points. The NASDAQ is down close to 2%. Recently enacted tariffs on aluminum and steel imports could have a major impact on Georgia breweries. Joseph Cortez with the Georgia Craft Brewers Guild says those materials are vital for items crucial to the industry.
Aluminum cans and steel that is important for kegs and brewing equipment.
He says he knows of several businesses that have purchased cans in bulk to get ahead of the tariffs. It is 74 degrees in Atlanta when we could see severe weather this weekend.
The timeline for this line of storms would be 10 p.m. Saturday through 6 a.m. Sunday.
Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A youth pastor at a church in Alpharetta faces faces child sex abuse charges.
Roswell police got a tip that led them to search the home of 28-year-old Daniel Manalo. Investigators seized the Futures Church youth pastor's devices and say videos of child sex abuse were found. Police officer Tim Lupo says one question is, did he abuse kids at church?
At this stage of our investigation, we do not have information to indicate activity beyond possession.
Lupo says Manalo used the messaging app Kik to download and share the videos. He's in jail on half a dozen charges so far. Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta Crime Stoppers offers more incentive to people who want to report on a crime.
Crime Stoppers of Greater Atlanta has decided to increase the cash reward for those tips that lead to an arrest.
Our committee had spoke about it and really went in depth about the importance of increasing the reward. Our standard reward from $2,000 to $5,000.
Sergeant Travis Williams, director of Crime Stoppers Atlanta, says the organization has been a critical resource in helping solve crimes and bringing justice to victims. Daphne Young, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump says he's hopeful Russia will agree to a 30-day ceasefire deal in its war with Ukraine. The president reacts after hearing Russian President Putin said he agrees in principle with the U.S. ceasefire proposal.
He put out a very promising statement, but it wasn't complete. And yeah, I'd love to meet with him or talk to him. But we have to get it over with fast.
U.S. Envoy Steve Witkoff is meeting with officials in Russia. A federal judge in California orders the Trump administration to bring back fired probationary workers for at least 6 government agencies. The judge calls the firing process a sham. Legal analyst Lori Levinson says the ruling impacts about 30,000 federal employees.
Now, it's unclear how many of them want their jobs back, and this cuts across so many government agencies, from Veteran Affairs to the Treasury Department to many more.
The Trump administration is expected to appeal. News about men's health: marriage could increase the risk for obesity. Polish researchers find marriage triples the risk of obesity for men, but not for women. Depression, ignorance about health choices, and living in a small community increase the risk of obesity in women, but not men. If you stay up late tonight, you'll be able to see a lunar eclipse starting just after 1 a.m.
During the partial, we'll see it beginning to move into the eclipse. You'll hear a common phrase is it'll look like a bite was taken out of the moon.
Carissa Zdanki, an astronomer with the Tellus Science Museum in Cartersville, says the blood moon should start to peak around 2.
Start right around I-285 Spaghetti Junction. You stay sluggish up through Norcross into Duluth, but getting slower into Swanee due to a crash in a center lane. 85 northbound right under Lawrenceville Swanee Road, Highway 317, exit 111. Those delays already stretch back to Sugarloaf Parkway. Checking the ride through downtown, Kobe Dawkins.
Well, they're starting to get slow. 75-85 north, brake lights packing in at Langford Parkway getting to 10th Street. Southbound rides, those delays beginning before the downtown merge to I-20. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly to mostly cloudy this evening with a few pop-up rain showers and thunderstorms through the late night evening hours. Lows tonight in the mid-50s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, high 75. A few rain showers for Saturday morning, but the bulk of the severe weather arrives late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Damaging wind gusts and tornadoes are possible between 10 p.m. Saturday and 6 a.m. Sunday.
Storm Tracker radar shows some heavy rain right now in the heart of Cobb County. It's 73 in Conyers, 74 in Union City, 70 in Milton. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Yeah, that's right. They're going to make that play, and they're awesome.
Right now.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now.
We'll be in the best spot in the play-in tournament, too, meaning that we could play at least 2 games.
You know what, Jared? You can't get excited about every single thing under the sun.
What do you mean?
Because I know that you're a fan.
I'm excited for the blood moon. That's not under the sun.
You're excited about, yeah.
Why are you? Is that real?
The moon of the blood.
You think he's not excited? Listen, this idiot. And I say that. I say that in the most loving way. The way only way brothers could say such things to each other.
Mom, Jared's an idiot.
This bozo. So this guy will probably go to sleep, but then wake himself up to go outside and take a couple of snapshots of the blood moon. You want to know why, English Nick?
Why?
Because he recognizes he's the only person with a camera in the world, and it needs to be done.
I'm going to take my iPhone 15.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's going to be a sick shot.
Yeah, if Jared recognizes, just like everybody else from his generation, that if they don't take a picture of the blood moon,
it never happened.
It will never. Yeah, picture it didn't happen, and if they don't take
NASA
the pics,
needs my help.
That's right. But there's a good chance, depending on how much he drank before he goes down, there's a good chance that this guy goes outside because he's of that generation. Well, I'm me, and I'm here now, and this thing is happening, and it's a spectacle, and I have to take a picture and put it on my Instagram.
I'll be up at 1 o'clock in the morning because I got live band karaoke until 1.
Yeah.
Takes me 10 minutes to get home from
You'll
the club.
be asleep by the time.
So if it's around at 10 after 1, I might get a picture of it.
You will not. It will not be
Why
happening
would you
then.
take a picture?
Because it'll save him getting up at 2:30. I'll send it to him.
Ah, thank you, Nick. See,
Save Jerry.
Do you have an iPhone 15?
16, I think.
I'm at this new
Whatever
sort of thing.
this is. I don't know.
If you're at a place like I realize that tourists should never take a picture unless you're like in a small village in somebody's home and you've met them and they were nice to you. Oh, this is Jim and Alice. They're nice. They took us in. But I mean, as far as any sort of touristy things, like if you go to Italy, if you go to Paris, don't take a picture
of the Eiffel Tower.
Of the Eiffel Tower.
Everybody's done it.
Beyond that, there are better pictures than the. So when I was in Spain, we were at the palace. Beautiful. It's been around since whatever, in one form or another, since the year 1100 or whatever. I didn't take any pictures. I thought once I get home, if I tell people I was at this palace and they ask me what's it look like, I can go online and get pictures that are way better.
They won't have you in them.
That's true.
So what?
I don't believe you went to the palace.
Is that the fear? Is that the fear?
No.
Like that? Oh, I think you're lying.
I don't think you went to Spain.
Go.
I don't think you went.
You went to Spain. As a matter of fact, your car didn't leave the driveway the whole time. I think you were lying.
Out,
you were in Roswell.
You were in Woodstock the whole time. You just drove up to Woodstock.
Yeah, we were out of town. We weren't really lying. We were out of town. Oh, so we got to do this because English Nick is still here. And you know,
I'm here for the package.
He has 7. He's here for the package, aren't we all? He has like 17 different jobs.
No, not anymore. No, I only have 1, 2. There's the river.
Yeah.
There's here.
Yeah.
Which is this is part time.
This is part time. You still got the restaurant thing?
I'm not
going?
part of that.
Oh, really?
I stepped away.
Oh, yeah.
Can't talk about it.
Okay.
And then
so that means it's good. If you can't talk about it, it's good.
And then there's the karaoke still down at Dark Horse Tavern.
Okay.
And there's the lottery.
Oh, yeah, you're still pulling the balls.
So really, it's radio, lottery, and karaoke. That's
He's
my
pulling
life.
the balls. He's here for the package.
And then helping to raise an 8-year-old,
yes.
too.
That's a job.
That's a
full-time job.
That's right.
Packages. She's very well behaved, at least when I'm around.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they all go rogue from time to time.
Yeah, yeah.
Very well behaved child.
Anyway.
The whispers in the morning. Celine Dion says AI-generated songs are circulating on the internet that are fake. She posted on Instagram the music purports to contain her musical performances, name and likeness, and says they're not real, they're not approved, and not songs from her official discography. More than 200 artists signed an open letter last year speaking out against artificial intelligence in the music industry, calling on AI developers, technology companies, platforms, and digital music services to stop using them. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
And in another shocking
By the way,
Um,
revelation.
Was that an AI voice?
Celine, I know.
No.
Celine Dion
She sounds AI to
has also let her fans know that the sky is blue. So
that's
be
her,
looking
though. You said that was an AI song.
No, well, no. They weren't used. They wouldn't do that.
No.
They were, because then they would be in trouble in their report if they used an AI song.
All right.
They
I thought you said you had an AI song.
No,
it's
a
a
package.
package.
You understand what a package is?
I thought
Not really.
Oldham had the day off.
It did sound like, what's her name? Stacey
Lynn?
That's like
Yeah,
Oldham.
nothing. She sounds like when bands sing something phonetically because they just want to have a hit in that country.
Yeah.
Like the Beatles, they didn't know what they were singing. She Loves You.
Yeah.
They're just like phonetically. They don't know what the words are, but they're just phonetically doing it. She sounds like she's speaking English phonetically.
Discography.
In the morning. Celine Dion says AI-generated songs are circulating on the internet that are fake. She posted on Instagram the music purports to contain her musical performances, name and likeness, and says they're not real, they're not approved, and not songs from her official
right here, it gets
discography.
really-
More than 200 artists signed an open
Yes.
letter last year speaking
Not
out
a part
against
of her
artificial
discography.
intelligence in the music industry.
Indie music
calling
industry. That is not a real person.
I didn't think it was. I thought it was an AI-generated
No, it's not.
speech.
Stacey is a real
Stacey.
person. You know what it is? She has to make sure that it fits.
She's a colleague, damn it.
It has to fit.
I
in
didn't
the
know that, so I
Well.
apologize to her.
Well, I mean, she's a colleague in the sense that she doesn't know who the hell we are, but
After the fact.
we use her package
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
you know.
She
Oh, I
has
don't
to
care
make
then.
sure that it fits the time constraints.
I like to
guys.
pack a day, lady.
Just that
Don't
one.
wanna-
Pack a day.
There was that one part there where she's like, and it does not. It really seemed like she was
Discography.
phonetically, discography.
I thought it was Autumn for a minute too.
Listen, Autumn's not here.
I know, but
Autumn's in Chattanooga.
Chattanooga.
But she's not. She's too close to visit.
She's chatting in Chattanooga.
So, yeah, I think that as far as AI goes, it's not going to be good. But as long as we keep on creating it, it's going to be around and it's going to take over. And there's nothing.
Yeah,
I don't know. These people think like this. These musicians think that you can pass a bill in Congress and then it's going to stop.
Out of the bottle, yeah.
Yeah, it's the genius out of the bottle.
Some artists are saying that they're going to sign something that says that the AI companies, the tech companies, can't use their likeness.
Okay.
And if they do, here's the main thing. If they do, then the original artist gets some money on the back end.
Okay, fine.
Like if you create a song that sounds like Celine Dion, then Celine Dion should get some money.
What if you create a song that sounds like somebody who sounds like Celine Dion?
Well, then that person who sounds like Celine Dion would get.
See, at some point,
I know.
It's just how do you prove it?
Yeah.
How do you? I mean, if somebody's likeness is used, that's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But look how hard it is. I mean, that band that Led Zeppelin ripped off for the opening of
Spirit.
Yeah, for the opening of Stairway to Heaven. They couldn't prove that in court. These things are very, very difficult to prove. So how are you going to say, oh, that's so much like Celine Dion? Now, if they're actually selling it as Celine Dion, and selling is a weird thing, that just means it's up online and they get the clicks, and so then they get the whatever you get for having so many clicks. It's not a direct selling.
Yeah.
So, yes, you can take that down. But was that ever in doubt that when somebody said, that's just fraud. If you put something up and say it's Celine Dion's latest song, and it's not, it's just fraud.
Yep.
So as you catch those things, they're going to be taken down. There are laws that have to do with that. But I think it's interesting. I see these artists, and they really remind me of that image of, the ruler, that the world is changing so much, and the ruler ends up out in the middle of the sea, commanding the waves to go back, commanding the waves to go the other way. It's kind of like that. It doesn't matter. Are you the most powerful ping? Are you the most powerful king that your kingdom has ever seen? It doesn't matter to these waves. They're going to keep on coming. It doesn't matter what you exalt and say, go back, I command thee, blah, blah, blah. That's what this sounds like to me. And I think a lot of musicians are naive enough to believe that the government is set up in such a way that if they cared, they could just pass a law and this would go away. But that's impossible.
There are positive things to take away from this. As artists get older and you can't understand them, like Ozzy Osbourne, for example, you can't understand him anymore. AI will make it to where new songs can come out and you understand.
But here's the thing.
Do we want to go back to understanding what Ozzy's saying? I think we're enjoying life when we don't.
As somebody who was a fan of Ozzy back in the early years, I don't want to hear any music that's not Ozzy himself.
Right.
And I don't want to hear Ozzy's new music, to be honest. Like the Andrew Watt production on the new Ozzy stuff.
Have you heard it?
Yeah, there's been a couple of albums, and it's like he has a button that he presses to make Ozzy sound like Ozzy.
I'm starting to sour on the last Rolling Stones album that was produced by that same guy.
Yeah.
Not because of the songs. The songs are great.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to not like the production.
And he also just did that thing.
Does he know how to separate instruments at all, or is it always like put into that like center?
He just produced this new album that Sir Elton John and Brandy Carlisle did. He produced that.
He's producing McCartney's next album too.
He's all over.
McCartney doesn't have a voice, so I don't know what you do with him.
He will find some kind of effect.
McCartney has gone too long. If McCartney would have started with auto-tune and things like that back in 2012, he could transition. At this point, he's been doing his normal. McCartney doesn't even do that thing. What do they do? Where they go down a step or something as they get older?
Oh, the pitch shifting?
He doesn't even do that.
Yeah.
He just sings like he used to. He just can't sing like he used to. And so if he just all of a sudden showed up on an album
singing like it was 1984.
Yes, I think it would just be like if your hair first starts to go and you get a toupee very early on and you just keep up with it. Nobody knows. But you can't be bald for 20 years and then all of a sudden show up with a full head of hair.
I don't know. There might be a market. People might be like, oh, that's the Paul I loved. I love that Paul.
You can stay or you can go, much like the Clash.
I'll stay for the next segment.
All right.
Go on.
Another Toodle Pip. Hell yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, we'll do a little more Toodle Pip when we get back. Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on 75 in Marietta.
There is indeed. Good afternoon, Eric. Watching this crash that's blocking two right lanes, 75 northbound, just before Highway 5, exit 267. About to go off to the right, but it's just added to the already tough delays coming up from I-285. If you're traveling up into Suwanee via I-85 northbound, there's still a stall knocking out the center lane right under Highway 317, Lawrenceville, Suwanee. That's exit number 111. Those delays stretch back to Sugarloaf Parkway. 285 westbound, the outer loop. I'm watching those delays starting right around Chamblee-Dunwoody Road for the ride over past Roswell Road. We had an earlier stall in Sandy Springs clear around New Northside Powers Ferry. Southbound, you're on and off the brakes, leaving the Truist Park region through Smyrna Vinings to I-20, the West Freeway. How's the inner loop of the perimeter in DeKalb County, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, 285 east leaving Dunwoody, you're on the brakes from Ashford Dunwoody Road to Spaghetti Junction, and southbound rides not any better. You're slow getting to Memorial Drive. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When the weather is at its worst, a line of thunderstorms that arrive as early as midnight Sunday morning, moving through downtown Atlanta around 2 a.m.
We're at our best.
This is a good time to download the WSB Radio app. You can hear our live coverage even if the power goes out at your house.
Stay prepared for whatever Mother Nature has in store.
Strong winds, heavy rain, and tornado warnings.
With your severe weather station, 95.5 WSB.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible, yet simple, one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Aaron back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've lowered prices. You can save 15% or more on hundreds of items like Thomas Mini Bagels, Campbell's SpaghettiOs, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Dave Baker here for Ben Hill Renovations. I know what's important to you when you're looking for a new deck. You want the work done with quality workmanship, on time, within your budget, and built correctly. Getting a new deck from Ben Hill Renovations checks all the boxes. And when it comes to new decks, pretty much anything you can imagine, Ben Hill can do. And they're all backed by the Ben Hill Workmanship Warranty. Swing by the new Ben Hill Renovations showroom in Douglasville and talk to one of their designers. Or see them on the web at bhrenovations.com. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
There's a hidden tax costing hardworking Georgians over $5,000 every year. Governor Kemp's tort reform legislation will end this tax and lower costs for families. It will also protect victims. Listen to Governor Kemp.
The bill that I will sign is not going to keep anyone in this state from receiving the justice that they deserve.
Ensuring our justice system is fair and accessible and lowering costs for us. Tell Georgia's lawmakers, stand with Governor Kemp and pass tort reform. Paid for by Protecting American Consumers Together.
Focus Features presents Black Bag, starring Cate Blanchett, Michael Fassbender, and directed by Steven Soderbergh.
I can feel when you're watching me. I like it.
It's the perfect marriage of love and deception.
I watch her, I assume she watches me.
There's a traitor in the house. Find the leak.
Black Bag is the most anticipated espionage thriller of the year.
Who's the suspect?
Your wife.
Would you kill for me?
Black Bag, rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent. Only in theaters tomorrow with special engagements in Dolby.
All right, English Nick, if you're going to stick around this long, you better start singing for your supper.
Mother!
Or you're going to have an empty stomach.
Tell your children not to shoot that moon.
No, we're shooting that moon.
All right, Hey, Mr. Downs.
Tell your children got to shoot that blood moon.
Meghan Markle, this is from Vogue.com.
Oh.
Vogue. Strike a
We don't
pose.
have Autumn, so she can't do Meghan. I'll be doing Meghan Markle.
Okay,
for
Meghan
this.
Markle announces her new podcast,
Hi.
Confessions of a Female Founder.
Oh,
She's going
another one.
to be introducing or interviewing women who have founded their own companies. Basically.
Nobody cares.
I think we're all clear at this point that jam is my jam.
Nobody cares.
How much is she getting for this?
Hang on, I didn't see any money on it.
Spotify involved again?
I think Vogue didn't list any money.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
What happened to Archie or Archwell? Is she still going to do that one too, or is it
Still
only
under Archwell Productions, I'm sure.
She has returned to the podcast studio.
But here's the problem.
And this comes out April 8th.
English Nick.
Yes, American Eric.
Nobody cares.
About Meghan?
No, nobody cares to listen to stories about successful women.
No?
Or men. Listen, didn't Chelsea and Hillary try this?
I think so.
And they're always talking to people. It's like their idea of women. They never go find. They're supposed to be about the people. Hillary Clinton, Meghan Markle. But whenever they do these things where they're women, remarkable women, they never go find, the single mother with 3 kids who has 2 jobs, putting them through school,
Busting her hump, yeah.
They never go find that person. It's always, some famous artist. And the whole idea is, what's really going on here? Meghan Markle wanted to meet that artist. And she's got a whole lot of money, so it really doesn't matter if anybody listens to this podcast. So you can just leverage it to meet some people. You might be listening to a podcast where a story about a female entrepreneur that is a very interesting story and engrossing story comes up, and you can be into it.
Yeah.
But these things never work when the focus is, all we're going to do is talk about female leadership.
I think her and Michelle Obama should do a collab.
Michelle's already got her brother working.
I know, but bring on Meghan Markle.
And
Make it a
she
trio.
said she's not going to talk about politics. Again, they're just going to successful people who overcame the. Everybody thinks that's what they want. But what they watch is the reality shows drunk women yelling at each other.
Well, there's this Spanish reality show where this poor guy keeps on watching his girlfriend sleep with other guys on it, and the clips go viral here in the U.S. I can't remember what the show is called, but he's like, at one point, he's like crying, like because they keep showing the camera,
I know
the
it's
bed
called,
shot.
It's called La Cucaracha.
La Cucaracha, yes.
That right.
And for some reason, he stays
I had
with
to
her.
beat Tim to it. He was.
I cut it back. I cut it back and changed it.
The clips keep circulating here, and like everyone's like, "Why are you still with her?" But for some reason, he just loves this girl, and she keeps sleeping around with the other
he's
contestants
still
on the
with
show.
her because it's his storyline that is making the ratings go through the.
Yeah.
I could never what was that one show was saved because somebody started cheating on somebody else? The one that the one about the restaurant and it's really huge.
The Bear?
No. I'm talking about a reality show. It's the big one. That's like
The
a bar.
Housewives?
No, it's a bar. They own.
Real World.
Bar makeover. No.
There are people screaming at the radio. This is a
I
huge
think it's
reality
somebody's
show.
name,
Real
isn't
World.
it?
Yeah, it says Vanderpump Rules.
Oh yeah.
And they were about done, and then they blew up again because somebody started cheating on
Scandal.
somebody else. And Autumn used to no, it's not. No, it's for rating. You understand? Conflict is the essence of drama. If you're on a reality show, you need to have the most conflict going on all the time. Whether it's true or real or whatever, it doesn't matter. What matters is they don't get rid of you because people tune in to see you. English Nick, I would tune in to see you.
I'm glad you do.
And I'm thankful that you came over again. Hey, by the way, have fun in England.
I will.
Say hello to your dad.
I will. Thank you so much.
Alex Williams has better news on 75 in Marietta.
We got the good news for you, Jared. That crash, it was in 2 right lanes. Now on the right shoulder, 75 northbound, Highway 5, exit 267. Still seeing the tough delays, though, back toward the Delk Road, Windy Hill region. And this lingering stall still in a center lane. We need a hero, please. 85 northbound, Highway 317, Lawrenceville, Swanee Road. Slow back toward Highway 316. Downtown, it is all brake lights this afternoon. A half hour from the 85-400 merge to travel down to I-20. Northbound stacked and packed Langford Parkway up past Freedom Parkway. We found new trouble on the south side side, Kobe Dawkins.
Yeah, and it's a stall getting into Locust Grove, 75 southbound, just south of Highway 155, exit 216. Left lane blocked, and northbound rides, you're slow getting into McDonough. Tough delay starting before Bill Gardner Parkway to Jodico Road. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any H-System make or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When insurance companies play games, the strong arm wins. Hey, it's Smiling Mark McKay for John Foy and Associates. If you've been injured in a wreck, don't try to take on the insurance companies alone. They'll toy with you and try to pay you the least amount possible. John Foy has an experienced and winning team that knows how to beat them at their own game. A simple call to the strong arm can get you the money you're entitled to. Pay nothing up front and get your free case evaluation at johnfoy.com.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
As a mother, I worry about my family's safety every day. But when horrible things happen, a robbery during a trip to the store, a company pumping chemicals into our backyard, or a truck driver asleep at the wheel, our loved ones deserve protection. But now, Georgia legislators are pushing a tort reform giveaway that would make it harder for families like yours to hold companies accountable when they cause harm. This bill is designed to make insurance companies even richer at a time when they are already making billions in record profits. Our families deserve better. Don't give insurance companies even more power to delay and deny claims. We need to ensure that those who harm us are held responsible. Join us and stand up for Georgia families. Visit forgeorgia.org to tell your legislators to vote no on the tort reform giveaway. Let's protect our right to seek justice.
Access to justice for Georgia paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Forgeorgia.org. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Your family is so ready to celebrate spring. Get outdoors, relax, and spend quality time together. Do it in your own backyard in a Bullfrog hot tub from Brown's Pools and Spas. Only Bullfrog offers the Jetpack Therapy system, allowing you to customize each seat to fit every body in your family. Right now through the 24th, Brown's is offering a free luxury package upgrade on select models or instant rebates up to $1,000. Celebrating 50 years of Brown's Pools and Spas. BrownsPools.com.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 35% off. Plus, kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Dave Baker here for Artisan Custom Closets. Spring cleaning is here. Let Artisan Custom Closets help you maximize your space and get organized. Artisan will work with you to design an affordable luxury custom closet where you'll be able to see all your accessories, clothes, and shoes without rummaging through the clutter. Don't use the pricey West Coast closet company that doesn't customize or the cheap closet companies with pushy salespeople and pricing games. Artisan Custom Closets, affordable luxury. ArtisanCustomClosets.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by QC Kinetics. Our top local story, a youth pastor from Futures Church in Alpharetta is arrested on child sex charges. Daniel Menelau is accused of using a popular messaging app to share and download more than a dozen sexually explicit videos involving children.
Mr. Menelau was a youth pastor of a church in the city of Alpharetta, so anytime we have someone engaging in this type of behavior while also occupying a position of authority or influence with young people, that is something that we're going to look into very closely, and that is what we're doing.
Roswell Police Officer Tim Lupo says Menelau is charged with 6 felony counts of possessing or controlling materials depicting minors and sexually explicit content. The investigation started last month after Roswell Police received a tip. Atlanta Crime Stoppers ups the cash reward it offers for tips from $2,000 to $5,000.
It's important because we're letting our community members know that we are committed to ensuring that these perpetrators, these criminals, are caught. And sometimes in order to do that, you have to go a little bit bigger.
Sergeant Travis Williams with Greater Atlanta Crime Stopper says tipsters can remain anonymous. It is 74 degrees in Atlanta with scattered rain showers around the metro area at this hour. What's the timing for potential severe weather? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. It's been a rough week for 401ks as falling stocks take a bite out of the accounts of many investors in Georgia. But Kennesaw State University economics professor Roger Tutterow says it shouldn't be a major cause for concern.
These markets tend to be volatile, and certainly we're coming off some very high valuation levels. But if you look back over the last 12 months, I mean, the S&P 500 is still now up well over 7%.
He says focus on the long term, not the immediate impacts. He also says it's a good time to make sure you have a diverse portfolio. On Wall Street today, stocks losing ground, the Dow losing 537 points, NASDAQ down close to 2%. Beer drinkers won't be happy to hear newly implemented tariffs on aluminum and steel imports could directly impact Georgia breweries.
Those materials are needed for aluminum cans, kegs, and more.
With these tariffs, we're going to see costs for some of the vital, supplies that brewers use go up.
Joseph Cortez with the Georgia Craft Brewers Guild says those higher costs will likely lead to higher prices for alcoholic beverages down the line.
I believe it's around 75% of the packaged products are in aluminum cans.
He says several Georgia breweries stockpiled cans before the tariffs took effect. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
The latest numbers for Georgia show unemployment is holding steady despite a drop in available jobs.
The Georgia Department of Labor says the state unemployment rate remains unchanged at 3.6%. That beats the national rate by 0.4%. The department says jobs statewide were down by over 28,000 in the latest January report. The sectors with the biggest gains include durable goods manufacturing and state government. Transportation and warehousing saw the biggest losses. Meanwhile, jobless claims were up over 3,400. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
A funeral is scheduled next week for former Westminster Schools coach and teacher Gary Jones. His body was found in Lake Oconee on Sunday after a month-long search. A celebration of life will be held next Thursday at Dortch Williamson Funeral and Cremation Services in Riverdale. The funeral will be the following day at Elizabeth Baptist Church on Cascade Road in South Fulton. Cobb County voters will have the option to vote early in person prior to a special election for 2 county commission seats.
The County Elections Board unanimously approved 6 early voting dates leading up to the April 29th election for seats in District 2 and District 4. Early voting will take place at 4 different locations on April 19th and April 21st through April 25th. Each location will also have drop boxes for absentee ballots. The District 2 race between Democrat Eric Allen and Republican Alicia Adams, both looking to fill the seat previously held by Jerica Richardson. The District 4 race is between Democratic incumbent Monique Sheffield and Republican challenger Matthew Hardwick. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 4:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Stall just will not clear out of this center lane on 85 northbound in Swanee at Highway 317, exit 111. It's just adding to extra delays as you leave Highway 316 coming up out of the Duluth area. Now, if you're traveling at 285 east or southbound into Cobb County, it's all jammed up from Ashford Dunwoody Road as you make your way through Dorville and into Tucker. You aren't going to improve on that brake pedal until you get down toward Memorial Drive. 285 westbound, the outer loop. I'm watching those delays from Chamblee Dunwoody Road over to Roswell Road. They pick up again approaching I-75 as you pass Truist Park, making the ride down to I-20, the West Freeway. And better news in Henry County, heading toward Locust Grove. Stall cleared out of the left lane, 75 southbound below Highway 155, but still seeing the brake lights as you come out of McDonough. Checking the ride on I-20, Kobe Dawkins.
Starting in DeKalb, 20 eastbound, slight delays leaving I-285, getting past Panola Road. And then on the west side of town, you're on and off the brakes getting into Lithia Springs from the perimeter just past Thornton Road. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly to mostly cloudy for this evening with a few pop-up rain showers and thunderstorms. Those will fizzle out after midnight. Lows tonight in the mid-50s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, high 75. Rain showers for early Saturday morning, but the bulk of the severe with thunderstorms will arrive late Saturday night into early Sunday between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., damaging wind gusts the main impacts, though a few tornadoes are possible for metro Atlanta.
Scattered showers now on Storm Tracker radar, including some rain right now over the heart of Cobb County. It's 70 degrees in Snellville, 72 in Cartersville, 73 in College Park. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Got a leaky pipe? Ace Hardware Home Services is around the corner with everything you need to fix it, including the expert to do the fixing. Heating or cooling issue? We've got a trusted pro for that, too. We're not just the helpful hardware folks. We're the helpful home service and repair folks, too. From plumbing to heating and cooling, the licensed and insured experts at Ace Hardware Home Services are ready to keep your home running smoothly all year long. Get help today at aceHardwareHomeservices.com.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Arum here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or Canada Dry. Right now, select varieties are buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
All right, you have some audio over there that I want to hear, because I'm finding this very, very entertaining. You know what I'm finding entertaining these days? Watching Americans try to convince themselves that they suddenly hate Canadians.
That's a lot.
It's the most insincere thing. It's just not even possible. You can't just turn around. I mean, look at these tribal places. They know how to do it. These things take hundreds and thousands of years. You got to have gripes that your grandfather did to my grandfather, and the way they treated the women in the 30s when they came through here. You got to have a memory of. So it's so phony. It's so phony.
Jefferson should have invaded him like he wanted to, and then we wouldn't be having these problems.
That's what I'm talking about. These are the conversations people are having.
I know, and I've got this big wedding up in Banff in a couple weeks, and I'm nervous now.
I hate you.
I'm going to go skiing, and I'm going to...
Just tell them you're Canadian. You look Canadian.
I don't think I could pull it off.
You can pull it off.
You hear that twang in that voice? You hear that twang?
It's all right. We're born in Canada. My dad was a diplomat for the U.S. something, blah, blah, blah. I was an ambassador. My dad was an ambassador to the United States. We moved there when I was a kid. That's all.
The more Crown Royal I drink, the worse it's going to get, though.
Yeah, so this is the faux... I haven't even heard this, so I don't even know how insincere this was. I'm sure. Is it rednecky? Is it Bud Lighty?
Yeah, I would say more bro-y. This guy that has he's a TikTok influencer. Yeah. He's super
so
bro-y,
worthless.
And he's pouring out all of his Crown Royal
that he paid for.
Oh boy, yeah. By the way, we have idiots on both sides, right? Because we got the guy who pays for the Crown Royal and destroys it, and then we got a guy who paid for a Tesla and destroyed it from the other side. So apparently, rich people are just punching themselves in the face as a response to the Trump presidency on both sides.
I want to show you how to drink the Canadian stuff. Follow me. Just pour it right in there. And then what you want to do is make sure that you flush it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're great.
And you're going to want to flush twice because you don't want that smell sticking around in your bathroom.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
So, you know what? I'm going to eat whatever I want. I'm going to drink whatever I want. I'm going to watch whatever I want. And those things are going to be firewalled, as they always have in my life, from my point of view or my worldview or who I vote for or who I don't vote for. I don't put the two together because I'm rational. And so if you're the American at the party this weekend talking about how you hate those Canadians, my name's Eric Von Hessler, and I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
There's nobody that hates Canadians.
How can you get passionate even about Canadians? They're not even it's not even somewhere you can get passionate. It's just well, I went to a rock show up in Toronto and the crowd was pretty passive. That's my negative.
I'm still mad about the Toronto Raptors winning the NBA
Yeah.
championship a couple years ago.
I'm still mad
And-
about Drake.
Yeah, Drake. That's a big one.
I mean, it's all. I saw U2 not 2 nights in a row, but like on the Achtung Baby tour, which is called the Zoo TV tour. Greatest, one of the greatest tours. I mean, I know U2 has become kind of a joke. I get that, but this was, I don't know when that came out, 1991,
93 or 2.
Yeah, it was a different time. I saw them in Knickerbocker Arena in Albany, New York.
Albany.
No, it was New York. Albany, New York. And they blew me away. And I worked at a radio station, and I got tickets for the next night in Toronto. It wasn't the next night, so it was like 3 nights later. It was the next place they went. And it went from the most raucous evening of a bunch of people who were blown away. Yeah, I don't know how often this even happens anymore, because tickets probably cost, I mean, I had radio station tickets, but back then most people were probably spending what, maybe $40?
Maybe.
And that feeling of, wow, we got way more than we expected when we walked into that building. Like, nobody thought we'd get a show like that. And the crowd was going crazy. And so Maple Leaf Gardens was still open. So I went to see them there a couple nights later. And they were great. But the Canadian crowd,
It's boring.
they're kind of boring people. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, that's painting with a rather broad
Well, they're
brush.
so cold. I mean, think about it.
Yeah, they're
cold all
cold.
the time. You can't really cheer.
I've been to Toronto in the summer. It's hot.
However, where the Maple Leaf Gardens was,
Mm-hmm.
right across the street, because I'd always heard about that place, kind of up there like Madison Square Garden, and there's the Maple Leaf Gardens, and it was on like a rather small, like as I recall, like 2-lane road, and right across the street was the best name for a gay club I have ever seen in my entire life. The Manhole.
Nice.
Now, is there a better? Is there a better name?
There was a raucous crowd at the Manhole.
Yeah,
more
no,
raucous.
more fun. I'm sure that was actually a crowd that was fun, as opposed to the people that I was in the gardens with.
Pretty good, eh?
Is it Maple Leaf Garden or Gardens?
I always thought it was Gardens, but it's gone now, right?
It's gone. Yeah, they do everything at the.
Trump got rid of it.
Yeah, Trump said it's actually in Baltimore now. Trump stole it.
We moved it. It's called the beautiful Maple Leaf Gardens of Baltimore.
Maple Gardens of America.
I do feel like Trump has been trolling a little bit today, though. I mean, with this comment in particular.
Keeping "O Canada," the national anthem. I love it. I think it's great. Keep it. But it'll be for the state, one of our greatest states. Maybe our greatest state.
See, that's Trump. Now he's trying to woo them. Hey, you might be the best state we've got.
I love O Canada.
Yeah, I love O Canada.
It's a state anthem.
Who
It's a great
sings it?
state anthem.
Who sings it?
It's I believe it's
Lee Greenwood.
Well, I would love it. Let's get Lee to record O Canada. How about it?
But I have that little thing at the end, like, hey, they might be the best state.
Might be.
Like there's some people on the edge in Toronto. Hey, maybe we could be the best state.
Keeping "O Canada," the national anthem.
Canada.
I love it. I think it's great.
O
Keep it.
Canada.
But it'll be for the state, one of our greatest states. Maybe our greatest state.
Hey, Celine Dion. Celine Dion.
Celine Dion. Delion.
Celine
She's from the
Dion.
bad part of Canada. The French.
Oh yeah, you don't like the French, do you?
Don't like
The way they were right about the Iraq War
Don't like
still
the French.
pisses me off to today. This day, I can't stand the fact that they were.
There's such
Boy.
a lovely French accent,
There's
too.
a lot of freedom fries on my face.
Have you ever heard them speak as compared to a French person? French, like a French
the
person.
Montreal. I know Celine. Well, first of all, you're hearing them speak English. It's not their first
No, when they
language.
speak French.
Oh, okay.
It's
You say that they're very
way different.
aggressive.
From, yes, and bland.
Aggressive and bland.
That's
That's
it.
seems-
My goodness,
how
Tim.
is that aggressive? I don't think that's possible. Aggressive
You can be
and
blandly
bland.
aggressive.
Blandly aggressive. I like that.
Yes, you can be.
You can. I used
Something
to.
like Kafka.
Yeah, it's blandly
aggression.
aggressive.
The Von Hessler doctrine.
He was aggressively bland. Now that's a possibility
Aggressive.
and would apply to most Canadians, which brings us all back to I'm not buying that you hate the Canadians.
Well,
Not
he-
buying. You
Trump
don't
is-
have to. By the way, you can just support what Trump's doing. You don't have to put on a cheerleading outfit for everything that the guy says. You know, whatever he's trying to do in Canada, maybe it'll work.
Throwing out my lumber and my cereal.
Yeah, no,
Rush CDs.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that's ridiculous
Come
is,
on,
is that you've already bought it.
Get your filthy hands off my 2112, Trump.
Yeah, no, get rid of it.
Do we love Rush?
Geddy Lee is a Nazi.
What's ridiculous is if you've already
Neil
purchased.
Peart was a great drummer.
If you
Neil
already
Peart, maybe even, I'm sorry, Jared, but maybe even the best drummer. And I'm trying to talk about Rush, but look at your socks. What's on your socks, Jared?
My socks.
Oh, a little Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Oh, that was
No,
yesterday.
okay.
That was yesterday at the Oval Office.
Distracted by J.D. Vance's socks.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Clover leaves.
Hey, he's a good millennial.
Is that the next meme?
No,
J.D.
there's-
Vance's
yeah,
socks?
It's way beyond memes now. It's
I don't
just,
even think it's funny. The
I do.
memes.
I think it's hilarious.
What,
Some
the
of them are
J.D.
pretty
Vance swollen face memes?
Yeah, I don't think they're funny. The left
They're
tried to
funny
take
at
them, the right tried to
first.
take them. I saw like two, and I was like,
now
ah.
they're videos,
The
and
funniest,
the videos are funny.
Okay, the funniest, like AI, like transitional
Putting his face
morphing
on
things.
movies and stuff.
Yeah.
They could 3D.
Yeah, but it's like how many times?
The best thing is to was it the Atlantic or Vogue or one of those that hates Trump explaining the phenomenon of the left and the right. My new thing now is finding the most leftist publications that say that they're going to explain to you what and why Trump is doing. It's like, oh, this is entertaining. I don't think Trump knows half the time why he's doing anything. Alex Williams says there's a big jam on 85 into Sewanee.
All due to a stall that has been here far too long in the center lane, Eric. 85 northbound, Highway 317, Lawrenceville, Swanee Road, exit 111. You're stacked up from Highway 316. Might want to even consider Satellite Boulevard to avoid that jam. We had an earlier crash out of Alpharetta into Roswell, 400 southbound between Mansell Road and Holcomb Bridge. Some leftover volume as you leave Haynesbridge Road. And Hero Unit just blocked all lanes and got another stall off to the right into CAD, 285 southbound. The inner loop around Covington Highway, exit number 43. That ride is going to remain slow down into Clarkston as you make your way out of Dorville and Tucker. How is that slow ride through downtown, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, starting on 85 South, you are slow from the Georgia 400 merge. 75 South, brake lights beginning before Howell Mill Road, both getting to I-20. 75-85 northbound, you are jammed before Langford Parkway, getting to 14th Street. And then trouble has cleared off into the Gore area. 85 north at Claremont Road, exit 91. Tough delays remain back into Midtown. And this report is sponsored by the YMCA of Metro Atlanta. Looking for a place to find what moves you at the YMCA? They offer something for everyone. Join now and pay the day. You can save more than $70. Visit ymcaatlanta.org to learn more. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
If it's happening on the streets of Atlanta.
After suspect refuses to exit home on Summer Chase Drive.
If it's happening on the roads leading to Atlanta.
Looks to be a tanker truck crashed into the median on the jam cam.
95.5 WSB has you covered.
The major culprits squeezing household budgets for auto insurance, gasoline, and utilities.
Your 24/7 news source. Tune in throughout the day to stay up to date.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's breaking news station.
Protect your turf from termites. Call Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters. And Breda's proud to sponsor Scott Slade's Georgia every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Coming soon to Noonan, Home Outlet. Break up with your big box store and experience a better way to tackle home improvement. Located at 54 Bullsboro Drive, employee-owned Home Outlet offers the guaranteed lowest prices on a wide selection of quality in-stock kitchens, baths, floors, and more. Get your project started right with free services, including accurate kitchen planning and estimates for baths, floors, doors, and windows. Opening March 2025. Follow us on social for updates.
Home Outlet is your home store.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $69 a month for 24 months. And ask how to get free installation on qualifying bundles. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After 24 months, regular rates apply.
Looking to get organized in style? The brand new Artisan Custom Closet showroom is now open near Trilla Studios in Fayetteville. Come experience the Artisan difference. Meet with a designer for your free consultation and start your custom project today. See more at artisancustomclosets.com.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our US-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit ConsumerCellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or ConsumerCellular.com today. Real people pay to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
The show should be 2 hours. What are they doing over there? We don't want to see Jake Tapper in a few minutes.
Hey, he's got his book club.
I think I'm falling in love with Casey Hunt.
On the arena?
Careful
I'm sure
how you say your name.
Well, I didn't just put the initial in front of her last name. I didn't do anything like that. She's got one of those names. That's just the way that it is. Now, I don't know.
You're really into thick necks.
I don't know anything about her. She looks like she may have been a swimmer. I don't know anything about her. So maybe if I was around her, I would just...
She's born in Dearborn, Michigan.
Yeah, you know what I mean, like worldview and all that. I don't know.
Conestoga High School.
I don't care.
George Washington University.
Don't care.
Got her master's at St. John's.
Don't care. That's not how you learn about somebody.
When did she work for the CIA?
Maybe if she's on CNN, I'm assuming she worked for the CIA at some point. So maybe we disagree on everything, but I like her. But you know who's I would rather see her on the monitor than Jake Tapper. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not being sexist. I think she's better than he is, even though I've never heard her. I can just tell. I can just the competence is there. I'm sure that everybody, whatever happened to my WSB, you know she's a commie. I have no idea.
Did she make this Twitter documentary, Breaking
No,
the
that's
Bird?
Jake Tapper.
Because we should watch that Sunday
Breaking
night
the
and
Bird.
then talk about
you
it
know
Monday.
who I want to explain Elon Musk taking over Twitter? CNN.
Yeah.
That's who I'm sure they're going to come from a completely objective point of view.
He bullied everyone.
Yeah. How many times are you going to hear the word bully? Oh, we're going to sit and listen to people who were fired by Elon Musk. But I wonder what their point of view is going to be. They probably love the man. You know, I enjoyed my job, but it had to happen. We were screwing up the nation. I think he did a good thing by firing me. How many of them are going to say that? I wonder. We went and found disgruntled people to tell you the story of when something happened.
Meanwhile, almost all of the features that old Twitter had have now returned under X. They went away for a little while. It became very simple.
I never
but
was
now
on
they've
Twitter.
come back.
I mean, I was when it first started, but I wasn't on Twitter for years. So.
You're on Blue Sky now, right?
I'm on nothing.
So you can share
Except the show is.
Okay.
But that's never me. That's always Jared or George. It's never me. I have no FOMO, ladies and gentlemen. I never scroll. Never. I never scroll on my phone. No, because I watch it on TV. There's no scrolling. I got a remote in my
That's
hand.
scrolling technicality.
That's
Huh?
scrolling.
Technicality.
Yeah, you go from side to side. You go left or right.
Scroll
on a TV.
adjacent.
That's not scrolling.
Okay.
Scrolling is
That
up
is
and down.
close.
I know, you're
That's
right.
Swiping, not scrolling.
This persecution. This is... Why am I being put on
You're
trial? That's what
scrolling.
I want to know. I'm not scrolling. I'm smarter than everyone else. Why? Because I know that there's no such thing as FOMO if you're not scrolling. Everything's all right. You'll be okay. But you don't know that. You think you're going to miss something if you don't scroll. And you know what that means? That means I'm smarter than you. Alex Williams is checking the ride around 285.
Plenty of brake lights circling the city this afternoon, Eric. Just had an all lanes block situation we told you about, 285 southbound. The inner loop right around Covington Highway, exit number 43. They were getting a stall off to the side there. They have done so, but it's going to stay slow, 285 east and southbound, leaving Peachtree Boulevard down to Memorial Drive and Covington Highway. Checking on new trouble on Peachtree Boulevard northbound, just north of Tilly Mill. It's jammed up as you leave 285. While we look at the outer loop, 285 westbound, those brake lights find you in Dunwoody at Chamblee Dunwoody Road, and it's going to stay slow over to I-75 in Cobb County. 285 southbound, you're going to stay on the brake lights through Smyrna Vinings as you make your way down to I-20, the West Freeway there in Fulton County. How's the ride to the southern suburbs, Cubby Dawkins?
Well, southbound ride 75 south, you're tapping the brakes from 675 getting into Locust Grove, and then tough delays approaching the city. 75 north, slow ride starting before Bill Gardner Parkway to Jodico Road. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When your termite bond renewal comes in the mail, do you cringe wondering, how much more are they going to charge me now? Switch to Breda Pest Management and your termite rate is locked in for 10 years. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. If your termite service doesn't inspect inside, how do you know you're protected? With Breda, you get total peace of mind that your home is termite-free inside and out, and your termite rate is locked in for 10 full years.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
There's a hidden tax costing hardworking Georgians over $5,000 every year. Governor Kemp's tort reform legislation will end this tax and lower costs for families. It will also protect victims. Listen to Governor Kemp.
The bill that I will sign is not going to keep anyone in this state from receiving the justice that they deserve.
Ensuring our justice system is fair and accessible and lowering costs for us. Tell Georgia's lawmakers, stand with Governor Kemp and pass tort reform. Paid for by Protecting American Consumers Together.
Dave Baker here for Ben Hill Renovations. Look, I know what's important to you when you're having some additions done to your house. You want the work done with quality workmanship, on time, within your budget, and built correctly. That's why I love Ben Hill Renovations, my deck experts. Getting a new deck from Ben Hill Renovations checks all the boxes. They've been building decks for over 60 years. Every project comes with a dedicated project manager and is properly built with future county and city code requirements in mind. Plus, Ben Hill Renovations offers many options, different styles, types of wood, color, and finishes. They can also build screened-in porches, outdoor living areas, multi-story wraparounds, pretty much anything you can imagine Ben Hill Renovations can do. And they're all backed by the Ben Hill Workmanship Warranty. Set up a design consultation or swing by the new Ben Hill Renovations showroom in Douglasville and talk to one of their designers or see them on the web at bhrenovations.com. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, it's all new this hour. A South Fulton council person speaking out after the second serious fire at a condo condo complex. WSB's Steve Summers reports live with what she is saying.
Yeah, Bill, Councilperson Carmelita Gum says the city is between a rock and a hard place when it comes to making Camelot condominiums safe to live in.
We're limited in what we can do because these are private homeowners.
But after last night's raging inferno that left 24 units damaged or destroyed and a December blaze that did much the same thing, Gum says new ideas are needed.
We are looking and exploring private partnerships to figure out what other alternatives are available to help this development.
No word yet what that means exactly, private partnerships, but there's no word yet on the cause of this latest fire. Reporting live, Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
74 degrees in Atlanta. Some rain around the metro area this afternoon before a severe weather threat this weekend. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. The state's highest court rules asserting one of your legal rights in a DUI stop can be used against you in court.
Georgia's Supreme Court unanimously rules if you refuse a blood test on a DUI stop, that's fair game for a prosecutor to tell a judge or jury.
Very damaging to a defendant and ensures almost a conviction.
WSB senior legal analyst Ron Carlson says it's a major distinction because refusing a breath test is constitutionally protected.
He's got to huff and puff and draw deep breaths, and to force a defendant to do this violates Georgia's privilege against self-incrimination.
Carlson says this could shift the way Georgia law enforcement builds DUI cases. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
A woman is shot in the hip and has her car stolen in DeKalb County by a man she met on a dating app. Police are now trying to identify a suspect. The shooting happened in the 1800 block of Phillips Road around 1 o'clock this morning. The woman tells investigators she agreed to meet the man at a park, but when she arrived, the two got into an argument and she was shot. Victims and families prepare to mark 4 years since a gunman killed 8 people at 2 Asian spas in metro Atlanta, and they are calling for justice. Here's a report all new at 5 o'clock.
Advocates stand alongside lawmakers remembering the victims of the deadly shootings. All of this as the alleged shooter is awaiting trial in Fulton County. Victoria Wynn with the Georgia AAPI Hub says the events still seem fresh.
We remember the victims' names and faces and the experiences when we were attending their funerals, working with their families, and being part of the network that was grieving not only here in Georgia, but across the United States.
More commemorations and remembrances are planned for this Sunday. From the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A metro Atlanta youth pastor faces child porn charges. Roswell police officer Tim Lupo says it was a tip that led them to the home of Futures Church youth pastor Daniel Menelau.
Our detectives, along with our partners at the GBI and the HSI, served a search warrant at Mr. Menelau's home, which resulted in him being charged with 6 counts of possession of child sexual abuse material.
Lupo says Menelau used a popular messaging app to share and download the videos. Now a WSB money update, and stocks take another dive today with the Dow down over 530 points, NASDAQ losing close to 2%. And after weeks of market volatility, one expert urges investors not to panic.
Stocks have been falling for about a month as a result of new tariffs, fears of a recession, and more. But Kennesaw State University economics professor Roger Tutterow says don't focus too much on the downward trend.
I typically discourage investors from monitoring the market on a daily basis. They should take a longer-term perspective and think about what kind of return they'll get over a long period of time.
In fact, he says it could be a good time to buy.
Particularly if you're a younger investor where you're thinking for the long run, I think you really need to kind of turn away some of the noise here.
He also says it's a reminder to hold a diverse portfolio. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, triple team traffic, and here's Alex Williams.
Just picked up a new crash on the West Freeway, I-20 westbound, outbound as you make the commute toward Lithia Springs. It's got the right lane blocked just past Riverside Parkway, exit 46. Already slow out of downtown on and off the brakes, trying to get past that west side perimeter toward Cobb County. And we're also going to check the ride through downtown. Ooh, it's slow today. 85 southbound slows right at the 400 merge. Going to take at least a half hour to get from there down to I-20. 75 southbound brake lights start back at Moores Mill Road. No better as you headed northbound. 75-85 northbound jammed in from before University Avenue. No relief from that brake pedal till you make your way past Peachtree Pine Street heading up into Midtown. Better news on I-85 in Suwanee, Kobe Dawkins.
It's going northbound right at Highway 317, exit 111. Stall just cleared off to the right, but tough delays remain back to Highway 317. And now looking at Georgia 400 northbound, you're slow leaving I-285 almost to Northridge Road. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta Homes. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly to mostly cloudy for the rest of this evening. A stray pop-up shower or thunderstorm
thunderstorm possible. Those will fizzle out after midnight. Lows will fall to the mid-50s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, high 75. Saturday, rain showers possible in the morning, but the bulk of the severe weather will arrive in the evening hours through Sunday morning. The time frame is 10 p.m. through 6 a.m. as a line of thunderstorms rolls through the state of Georgia. Damaging winds will be associated with these thunderstorms, strong enough to knock down trees and power lines. Tornadoes are also a possibility for Metro Atlanta through the early Sunday morning time frame. Sunshine for Monday, highs in the mid-60s. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high 72.
69 in Sandy Springs, 71 Mableton, 69 in Hampton. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Eric, you're wondering, Eric, what's your favorite headline of the day? Comes from the BBC. Amazon forest felled to build road for climate summit. That's my favorite. The first paragraph. A new 4-lane highway cutting through tens of thousands of acres of protected Amazon rainforest is being built for the COP30 climate summit in the Brazilian city of, I think it would be Belém. I think it's the way it looks like it's pronounced. Knock down that forest. We need to have a climate summit. Eric Von Hessler's favorite headline of the day. Let's do this.
Word of the day.
Oology. Oology.
Can I tell you that in doing some thinking about this word, first of all, I just like the way that it sounds.
Oology.
I think that's wrong.
It looks like oology.
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. Because a lot of people say zoology, but that's not correct.
It's zoology. Yeah.
Zoology, because you got the Z-O, and then you need that other O is for the al in ology. So it would be zoology, not zoology. And so it's zoology. And I'm beginning to wonder if the computer lady
Oology
kind of got that wrong. It's probably pronounced oology, I would imagine. Maybe check Merriam-Webster. They all have.
Where'd you pull this one from?
This is pulled, if you're going to put it that way. It is pulled from Word Daily.
Word Daily, okay. All right, so we can compare with Oxford, too. Oxford. Okay.
I think Oxford, you only get a couple of shots before they try to get you to pay for a subscription.
Okay.
That's what I've learned.
They have the long O line over the first O in the Oxford
So that would be oology.
Yeah.
Oology.
So you know who's been busted? That lady right there. That fake non-lady.
Oology.
Yep, Merriam-Webster has oology.
It's oology. But I like the fact that I did figure it out myself beforehand. I didn't need Autumn Fisher here with her language studies degree to help me out. But let's face it, oology doesn't sound as fun as
oology.
So we'll go. It's oology. She says oology. Let's call the whole thing off. It is a noun. It is spelled O-O-L-O-G-Y. And it is the study, or you guys know what this is? I usually ask you if you know what it is.
I looked it up.
I got it spoiled as well.
It is the study or collecting of birds' eggs.
Oh.
So you can either study birds' eggs, or you can
Oology.
collect birds' eggs.
Oology.
Or you could do both.
Oology.
There you go.
And that's very
But
appropriate.
It's oology, ladies and gentlemen.
Today, the 2025 bird report came out, and it's
Oh!
very concerning for a lot of native birds.
Oh, yeah. Aren't we losing our birds?
We're losing our birds.
You know what? I hope we have a package about that.
You know
Looks
what?
like we do. What are the odds?
You know
But
what? Your wish
maybe we do.
is my command.
Oh.
That's the song of the salt marsh sparrow,
I
one
knew
of
that.
42 red alert species,
Yeah.
facing dangerously low populations, according to the 2025 State of the Birds report. Experts like Amanda Rodewald at Cornell's Lab of Ornithology say
bird.
it and others are at risk without immediate intervention. She says grassland birds have
declined by 43% since 1970.
Rodewald says habitat loss is partly to blame, and humans need to remember if conditions aren't healthy for birds, they're unlikely to be healthy for us. Allison Keys, CBS News.
Thank you, Allison.
All right, Allison. You know what? I agree. So I think in response, we should all stop drinking water. That's all. That's just whatever we have to do to save the
Save the marshlands.
the red-tailed marshland
thing.
birdie.
Congratulations, birds.
I'm taking the lead from Cop 30. I'm going to destroy some birds' nests to save the birds.
Yeah, you exactly. That's what you need to do.
In the end, it
it's
helps.
yeah. It's a roundabout way of helping. But
I see birds every day.
Seems like there's a lot of birds out there. They won't shut the hell up. Sometimes on a beautiful day, I'll think to myself, could you guys all shut up?
Yeah.
So I could enjoy this day?
It makes me wonder if
They
there's
seem dumb too, don't they? Like they're saying the same thing over and over again.
food. Warning. Warning.
Sex. Sex.
Well, now it's sex.
Bonnie. Bonnie.
Worm.
Yeah, sometimes I'll
That's
be
the
out there.
owl.
Yeah, they're like saying things to each other, but they're just saying the same thing. Akadakaduka. Wakadungadunga. Akalakaduka. It'll go on for an hour. It's like, do you two not get the message to each other? Because
it's a
it has to be said 90
different
times?
dialect. Different dialect.
Oh, maybe they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's like that bird's from Boston. It's like, I don't quite understand.
Quack, 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 quack. The other
Wicked
one's
quack, quack.
The other one's from like Gainesville, Florida, or something too. So
Well, listen, I wish the best for these birds. I hope that they live a good, long life. But if they can't, if they're going to go extinct, then I think it's our duty to just stop doing everything that we're doing as humans so that they can live. We should no longer drive, fly, drink water, eat meat, or anything.
You heard the State of the Bird report. I mean, that's a real deal there. The fact that
Is that the president of birds that gives the State of the Bird report?
Tweet, 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 tweet.
And this one says they're going to get Greenland too. I don't know.
Tweet, tweet, tweet. Cluck, cluck, and cluck.
Tweet, tweet, tweet.
Tweet, tweet, and cluck.
What's going on with the eggs there?
The tweet, tweet, tweety, tweet, tweet, tweet. Biden, tweet, 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 tweet.
Congratulations, birds.
I saw a thing yesterday. George Clark can look this up and see if it's true. I don't know, because I don't want to be one of these, he's one of those guys on the radio. But I saw a chart yesterday that said we're nowhere close to having the most measles outbreak. Like, there was one in like 2005 that was much bigger or something. I don't know. Look that up. I think I found it on rightwingconspiracyreport.com.
Good site.
We deny the science.
They don't even believe that there's such a thing as science.
That word ain't real.
They deny that the entire practice even exists.
They question the internet altogether. So the fact they made a website is pretty impressive.
Well, yeah. One of them said, "Trust me, I can get this up there on that thing that you don't believe in." And so, all right, well, give it a shot. We don't believe it's there, but go ahead.
If one person gets measles, CNN will make it a huge story.
Well, it seems
and tie
like,
it to Trump and RFK.
It's like you'd think that RFK is going around giving the measles to people.
Well, that's what I do when I'm not eating it. Steak and shake, where they have delicious fries, cooked in beef fat.
And then all the news is, can you believe what RFK said? But the thing is, they never look to see if he's right. For instance, he claims that because of nutrition, health and nutrition, that we had nearly wiped out measles before the vaccination. But the vaccination does work. By the way, it could remind you as like what a vaccine is supposed to do. Like after the measles vaccine, basically there was no more measles.
Yeah.
it's like, that's kind of an idea of what we think a vaccine is supposed to do.
Isn't it 99.9% effective?
Yeah, like Ivory soap.
And the COVID vaccine.
And the COVID vaccine. I don't think they ever said that about
They didn't?
COVID. No, they didn't. They didn't.
If you take it, you're not going to get COVID.
They did say that.
They did say it. He did say that. Any luck?
So, yeah, we've got 250 cases in 2025, and it's only been 3 months or so, or 2.5 months.
Right.
There was 285 in 2024.
But that's the whole year.
In 2019, there was 1,274.
Okay, in 2019.
And then in 2014, 667.
So what is happening here? Why is this being reported as if? And the reason is because RFK Jr. is there at the federal level. This is happening in a red state with a big red state governor, Abbott of Texas. You know, you see a chart like that and you just go, what? How is this a big story that 250 people in America have the measles?
I'll look up how many measles stories were in each year.
Yeah,
next
exactly.
and see what
Yeah.
happens.
So what was it again in 2019?
So 2019 had 1,274,000.
Okay, what's the source? We got to tell people the source because
I'll figure that out.
Where's the data coming from?
Yeah, where's your data coming from? Because this is my new thing now. I'm getting upset about the non-sourcing. Have you noticed in a lot of it's
CDC data?
Okay, so as gatekeepers, as the gatekeeper media, right? You've noticed in a lot of stories, just in the middle of the story, they'll say that so and so is saying this, a long since debunked theory, but they don't cite it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you get through journalism school and all that? So you're not taught that anymore, that when you make a declaration in the middle of your story, you're talking about politicians running for office or celebrities or whatever, and you're just in the middle of the story as the reporter, you're inserting that whatever one of these people is saying has been completely debunked, but there's no citation at the bottom of the asterisk that takes you to something at the bottom that says this is the source. You can't. There used to be a time where reporters understood, it was taught, you can't make declarations in the middle of a story without sourcing it.
I think that it's because the readers are not holding the journalists accountable for it, because you are definitely taught that in journalism school. And again, like, I went to just West Georgia, and they taught us that.
Hey,
and
come on, it's not just West Georgia.
Only the best go west.
It's West Georgia Yamamoto, as far as I'm
That's
concerned.
right. And they definitely taught that to
Go
us.
Yamamoto, young ladies. That's what
and a lot did.
Big recruiting, yes.
Except Tommy Lahren.
Well, it had more to do with Jared. He
Well,
wanted to go party.
I was chasing something else.
He
at
didn't
the
like
time.
her socks.
Yeah. Didn't like that little dog she was carrying around everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Whenever women or men have the little dog that they're walking around with, like, don't want to have lunch with that person. Do not want to spend a lot of time with that person. Oh, what's that smell? Oh, your dog farting through lunch?
Oh, what's
great,
wrong? What
Great for being thanks. Hey, bring any beast you want to the
What if
next
they
time
have
we
like
have lunch.
a little purse or something like that where the dog fits in the
Even
purse?
worse.
Really?
The purse is filled with poop.
No, there's something weird. There's something weird going on that you have to carry your pet with
Demi
you
Moore
everywhere
is the
you go.
latest one with the little dog.
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. It's just like I kind of understand, like old ladies, maybe their husbands pass on or something. They need like a friend. I mean, what's worse, an old cat lady or an old little mini dog lady?
You can't carry your cat around with you, so I go with the dog.
That's why I prefer cats, even though I'm not.
Speak
a
for
huge,
yourself.
I told my wife, when these two die, we're done. We're done. The way it happens with cats our whole life is, when one dies or whatever, we replace it. We always have two cats.
Your next cat might be the most friendliest cat you ever have, though.
I'll never know.
You never know.
They do nothing. They do nothing as they get older, except they eat and they complain. And then at some point, their bladders go south, and your house just smells like,
Like what?
Cat pee.
Ammonia. Ammonia. Non-hygienic. Oh, my goodness. Okay, when we come back, we're going to have no time because I wouldn't shut
Give
up.
away the tickets in the next segment.
Okay, Alex Williams says there's a crash on I-20 in Cobb.
Yeah, we got this crash on the jam cam. It's in the right lane, 20 westbound, just past Riverside Parkway, exit 46, slowing you back to 285, where now we have a stalled big rig in the left lane of both of those 285 ramps where they merged together onto I-20 westbound, so that's going to add to 285 northbound inner loop delays from Langford Parkway and 285 southbound delays that already stretched back up before I-75 into Sandy Springs. How are we looking, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, jam cam showing tough delays getting into northwest, 75 northbound leaving I-285, getting into Ackworth towards Highway 92, 575 northbound, you're on and off the brakes getting into Woodstock. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
The latest news, weather, and traffic.
Big crash here. Heavy police and official.
Don't leave for
The
work
DeKalb County Commission continues to look over options.
without checking in with Atlanta's Morning News.
Says Georgia is 19th best in the U.S. for remote workers.
Tomorrow morning at 5.
Wake up with 95.5 WSB.
How Atlanta starts its day.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed mold, mildew, bowing walls, or water in your basement? I hope not, but if you have, your basement is losing the war against groundwater. That's where AquaGuard comes in, a Groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule your free inspection at aquaguard.net/row.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed. Chris, with all the things we're reading, seeing, and living through these days, from rate cuts, election season, and now a new administration, now seems like a great time to make sure we have that comprehensive plan in place. You know, the one that covers all our financial bases.
There are occasions throughout the year where I feel like it's critical for people to engage their financial lives and get the information that they deserve from a financial advisory team. And this is one of those times, to be quite frank. So we ask that you call us if you have a minimum of $500,000 in your full portfolio. But we're going to do away with that minimum so that those folks can have an equal opportunity to understand what's in their portfolio as well. Now, you have to have some money, right? I can't help you to build your wealth at work, right? But I sure can help, I believe, with your 401k, IRA management. There's probably 2 or 3 things that'll surprise you that you may want to take action on. So the next 10 people that call in, we'll work up either a portfolio x-ray, or if you feel like you need a full retirement plan, go to unleashyourmoney.com, click on portfolio x-ray, or click on full retirement plan. We think you'll be impressed enough, and we want you to become a client. There's no question about it. We believe that we are a very competent fiduciary advisory team, and we want to offer that to our listeners. Let Hoffman Financial Group actually show you how we perform, and I believe we perform at the pinnacle of this industry.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
Your family is so ready to celebrate spring. Get outdoors, relax, and spend quality time together. Do it in your own backyard in a Bullfrog hot tub from Brown's Pools and Spas. Only Bullfrog offers the Jetpack Therapy system, allowing you to customize each seat to fit every body in your family. Right now through the 24th, Brown's is offering a free luxury package upgrade on select models or instant rebates up to $1,000. Celebrating 50 years of Brown's Pools and Spas. BrownsPools.com.
Looking for ways to save on your energy bill? This is Scott Slate. Well, the first step is knowing how much energy you're using. With Georgia Power's My Power Usage tool, you can check your daily energy consumption and see how even slight adjustments can help lower your energy bill. Turning off your lights when not in use, caulking and weather stripping windows and doors, washing full loads of clothes in cold water can all make a difference. Check out the resources that can help manage your energy usage at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 35% off. Plus, kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Yes, see, I don't have to be a MAGA person to recognize that, according to the legacy media, egg prices didn't matter until January 21st. I didn't vote for anybody. I got no skin in this game. I just objectively can call them as I see them.
Down 24% this month, so that's great news. Egg prices are down 24%.
Eggs are going in the right direction.
They're going in the right direction.
Hallelujah, huh? Isn't that exciting?
No.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. The state of the
Don't
bird.
get going. Don't take that as an invitation.
I'm suppressing it.
No, Autumn's not here, so you don't have your what do you call it? Codependent.
Codependent.
Yeah.
Co-conspirator.
Well, no, but you guys have a codependence when
do.
it comes to
Yes.
wordplay.
We're yoked.
Some might say.
The State of the Bird report would be very happy to hear that news.
That's good news for Owenologists.
What, are you saying that the State of the Bird, I would say that the State of the Bird report is bad news for Oology. That's what I think.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oology. Oology.
I don't know if that counts.
It does count. It was a sentence.
It does.
Wasn't a very good sentence,
I
but
don't
it
know
was
if I
a
understand.
sentence. Hey, let's give stuff away. 2 tickets to see Blackberry Smoke with Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs on Saturday, August 9th at Synovus Bank Amphitheater at Chastain Park. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets go on sale tomorrow, March 14th at livenation.com. Alex Williams says there's a crash on I-20 in Cobb.
Yeah, still watching this right lane crash, 20 westbound, Riverside Parkway, exit 46. That is keeping you slow from 285, where we are now watching this crash involving a tractor trailer in the left lane of the I-285 ramps to I-20 westbound, so that's going to jam up 285 in both directions. How is I-20 through DeKalb County, Kobe Dawkins?
20 eastbound, you're slow getting into Stonecrest, leaving I-285 to Panola Road, and going westbound on and off the brakes from Lithonia Industrial Boulevard to the Perimeter. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Belinda here for Atlanta Vision Institute. I'm here to introduce you to a new procedure that Dr. Ashraf is performing called laser optics. This changed my life, folks. I was so tired of wearing contacts and glasses. The glasses were not around when I needed them. I had astigmatism, so the contacts didn't fit me well, and I had beginning stages of cataracts. So I went in. I was a great candidate for laser optics. It was a quick, painless procedure. The next day, it was like everything was in HD. The colors were more vibrant. The leaves were more vibrant. The sky was more vibrant. My husband was better looking. Everything was great. Laser optics with Dr. Ashraf, Atlanta Vision Institute. Go to the website 2020atlanta.com to find out more information. Also, take the quiz to see if this is a procedure that's good for you. Your medical insurance may cover it. That's 2020atlanta.com.
Some things get better with age, but not your home siding and windows. If your house is showing its age and needs a facelift, it's only going to get worse. New siding and windows are the perfect fix. Dave Baker here for my siding and window experts, Nelson Exteriors. With Nelson Exteriors, you choose the window that's right for your home and budget from many top-rated manufacturers like Anderson and MI. And Nelson is a licensed and insured James Hardy Elite Preferred Siding contractor. For unmatched quality and craftsmanship, Google Nelson Exteriors.
Hey, diamond lovers. Shane Company knows fine jewelry. That means a lot when you're looking for a dream engagement ring, a beautiful keepsake, or the perfect gift. When it's this important, you want someone who knows exactly how to work with your budget, not against it. Someone who knows you deserve a piece more beautiful than you've ever imagined. Through 4 generations as a family business, we've always sourced our diamonds and gemstones directly, cut out the middleman, and passed the savings on to you. Come see us in store and compare our wide selection of diamonds, rubies, and a rainbow of sapphires in different shapes and sizes. So many in stock and ready to take home today. Create your dream engagement ring in 3 easy steps, or pick a perfectly preset ring that's created by our in-house design team. Browse our selection of fine jewelry gifts for everyone in your life, from diamond and gemstone studs to must-have tennis bracelets and beautiful birthstone necklaces. With our everyday competitive prices and unmatched free lifetime warranty, Shane Company is your go-to destination for fine jewelry. Visit shaneco.com and come in to see for yourself. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Hey, Dave Baker here. Let's talk garage doors. Your garage door. Is it too loud or letting air in around the frame? Overhead Door Company of Atlanta will make it all better. In March only, they will perform their full 26-task garage door tune-up for just $79, and just in March. That's just $79 for up to 3 garage doors and openers. You need this done once a year anyway, so why not now and for just $79? Schedule now at overheaddooratlanta.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Overhead Door Company of Atlanta. Our top local story, new details on a dramatic rescue from a house fire on Hill Street in Atlanta last week. We are learning today APD officers on patrol saved numerous lives.
Body cam footage shows an officer being flagged down while on patrol.
Be advised, I think we're going to have a house on fire.
As that officer runs towards the house, he calls in for backup, and other officers join, running into the home to help evacuate those inside.
Let's go, come on. Who else is in here?
They still in their room?
One man is left inside that house as it fills with smoke, so officers go back in to get him.
Dude, just get out. The house is on fire. It's literally on fire. Let's go.
Amazingly, nobody was injured. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
After the latest fire at a South Fulton condo complex, Councilmember Carmelita Gums is looking to hold property managers accountable.
We do have a number of municipal citations that are in our court right now, especially for code enforcement.
She admits the city is between a rock and a hard place when it comes to making the Camelot condominium safe to live in. A fire last night damaged or destroyed 24 units. No word on the cause of that fire. Another blaze in December did similar damage. It is 75 degrees in Atlanta. We have some rain around the metro this hour. What's the time frame for potential severe storms this weekend? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A woman is lucky to survive a late-night meeting with a man she met online.
When DeKalb County Police responded to a shooting on Phillips Road, they found a woman shot in the hip, and she told officers she met the man who shot her on a dating app. Woman claims she agreed to meet the man at a local park on Phillips Road. Once they got there, the two got into an argument, and then the man shot her and stole her car and her cell phone. No word on the woman's condition, but DeKalb County Police are investigating. Daphne Young, 95.5 WSB.
The youth pastor at an Alpharetta church is accused of doing something unthinkable.
It was someone online who blew the whistle on Futures Church youth pastor Daniel Manalo telling Roswell police the 28-year-old was downloading and sharing videos of children being sexually abused. Officer Tim Lupo says police immediately got a warrant.
We seized several devices from the home.
Lupo says Menelo used the messaging app Kik to share and download the videos. No word if he abused any kids at his church. Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
Now WSB Money Update, and with stocks taking another big tumble today, Kennesaw State University economics professor Roger Tutterow says it is not a major cause for concern. He says it's actually a good time to invest.
Particularly if you're a younger investor where you're thinking for the long run, I think you really need to kind of turn away some of the noise.
He says make sure your portfolio is diversified. Georgia breweries could soon feel the pinch from recently enacted tariffs on aluminum and steel imports.
Aluminum is vital for the cans many breweries use for packaging, and steel is used in kegs and other brewing equipment. Joseph Cortez with the Georgia Craft Brewers Guild says increased prices for those items could lead to higher costs for consumers.
We have breweries that I know of, members of ours in Georgia, that have gotten towers of cans just to stockpile cans before those increases come into play here.
He says they're urging breweries to keep in close contact with their suppliers. It comes after what Cortez describes as several tough years after the pandemic. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
A federal judge overturns the mass firings of probationary federal employees by the Trump administration. The judge says the government used, quote, lies and gimmicks to unlawfully terminate these workers. He's ordered them immediately reinstated. Weather permitting, you'll be able to see a total lunar eclipse tonight. Astronomer Carissa Zdanky with the Telus Science Museum in Cartersville says it's called a blood moon.
What we will see is the moon moving into Earth's full shadow. So it should turn red, and then after a few hours, it will go back to its usual color.
The eclipse begins around 1 a.m. and should peak just before 3 o'clock. It is now 5:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Refreshing the ride to the northern suburbs, 75 and northbound. I'm seeing the brake lights start in northwest Atlanta right before you get up to West Paces Ferry Road, on and off the brakes up to I-75. Then it really packs in Marietta from Delk Road up to 575. You stay sluggish to Highway 92 in Ackworth. 575 northbound slow as part of that ride is before and after Bells Ferry Road. 400 northbound delays in Sandy Springs, 285 up to the Northridge area. Then you hit the brakes again in Alpharetta around Old Milton Parkway. 85 northbound, only about 15 minutes from Chamblee Tucker Road up to Pleasant Hill. Tough delays continue leaving Highway 316, even though that stall in Swanee is long gone at Highway 317, Lawrenceville Swanee Road, exit 111. Plenty of brake lights through downtown and midtown, Kobe Dawkins.
And that's correct. You are jammed. 75-85 northbound. Brake lights packing in at Langford Parkway, getting to 10th Street. Southbound rides, delays beginning before the downtown merge to I-20. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly to mostly cloudy for the rest of this evening. A stray pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible. Those will fizzle out after midnight. Lows will fall to the mid-50s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, high high 75. Saturday, rain showers possible in the morning, but the bulk of the severe weather will arrive in the evening hours through Sunday morning. The time frame is 10 p.m. through 6 a.m. as a line of thunderstorms rolls through the state of Georgia. Damaging winds will be associated with these thunderstorms, strong enough to knock down trees and power lines. Tornadoes are also a possibility for Metro Atlanta through the early Sunday morning time frame. Sunshine for Monday, highs in the mid-60s. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high 72.
Scattered showers now on Storm Tracker radar at 73 in Brazelton, 71 Locust Grove, and 75 in Covington. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Have you ever really thought about the service companies you use? If you don't already have an HVAC company, let me save you some time. For almost 30 years, Ragsdale has been knowledgeable, friendly, and on time. I know you can trust Ragsdale to take care of all of your HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs. Quality work at a fair price and a 4.9 Google rating. Some of Ragsdale's employees have been with them for almost 30 years. That's trusted work right there. There's no time like now before spring arrives. Schedule at ragsdaleair.com. Ragsdale, the name I know you can trust.
Dad, one more horsey ride, please.
This living room rodeo moment made possible by Emory Orthopedics and Spine Center. When Dad needed back surgery, he came to Emory. The difference? Emory's among the highest in patient satisfaction and best surgical outcome rates in the nation. And Emory uses the most advanced research developed by our top surgeons to get Dad's back surgery done right the first time. Giddy up. EmoryHealthcare.org/orthodifference.
This is Scott Slade. When it comes to your engagement ring, there's only one place I'd recommend. Tara Fine Jewelry Company, known for exceptional standards, craftsmanship, and legendary customer service. Tara's passion runs through every design they craft. Engagement rings you'll be proud to gift, cherish, and wear for a lifetime. You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world. When it comes to your promise of forever, only a Tara diamond will do. Tara, specializing in diamonds of absolute beauty and legendary customer service since 1985.
Time to paint the house again? Are you tired of shelling out all that money every 5 years?
Hey, it's Jeff and Roxanne, proud and local owners of Rhino Shield.
Rhino Shield's exterior coating will last you 25 years, improve your home's curb appeal, and is backed by a 25-year warranty.
So delete your painter from your contact list for good. Get a free estimate at rhinoshieldga.com.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Congratulations to Steve Nuttall of Alpharetta. Won 2 tickets to see Blackberry Smoke with Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs on Saturday, August 9th at Synovus Bank Amphitheater at Chastain Park. Tickets go on sale tomorrow, March 14th. I don't know why I feel like I have to give you the date. That's tomorrow, March 14th at livenation.com.
Tomorrow's Pi Day. Don't you like that one?
I like it when it comes on the weekend, so I don't have to talk about it on my show. Pi Day.
3.14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really quite understood the concept of pi. I get it. It goes on forever. It's a circle. I don't know.
You can't define
it's
a circle.
Circle that keeps going forever. I don't know. I don't know
because you
that
can't
I quite
define
understand it. Huh?
You can't define exactly a circle, the exact area of a circle.
Isn't that just a parlor game? Yeah, we can't define it, but we understand what a circle is. It doesn't really go on forever. Is there any place where the thing after 0.14 really exists? Is there a place we can go? Is there a place that we can go where we can say, hey, this is 3.14999? I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'll meet you at the end of the pi.
I'll meet you. Well, we can't get to the end. I get that. Supposedly it goes on forever.
It's simply the ratio between the circumference of the circle and its
circumference
diameter.
that's going all the way around.
That's right. And its diameter.
The diameter is from top to bottom.
Or side to side.
Side to side, inside of it.
And it's
so it's the outside of the circle as opposed to the inside of the circle?
It's the ratio between the two, and it never changes no matter how large or small the circle is.
Right. And what does that mean?
I don't know.
We all talking about it. It's a good time to get I guess Kroger probably has a special on pies.
And you get a pizza, too?
Yeah. Everything we call pie.
Yeah.
Problem is the pie in the sky is going to be blood red.
That's true.
Blood.
I'm excited. 2:26 in
Call
the
it a
morning.
blood pie.
Are you really going to get?
You just put your head down, Tim Andrews.
Because I thought about something.
No. You're not allowed. Their rules come with this improvisation under the auspices of
Blood
the
custard
FCC.
pie. Do you want some?
Blood custard pie?
There is a
Can't
thing.
get enough. What is it, like the blood oranges are mixed in with the custard?
No, 100 milliliters of goat blood.
Oh.
1 vanilla pod.
This sounds like a religious kind of thing.
Now it's got you can use
Are we
goat or pig.
Are we sacrificing something? Has it not been raining lately? That sounds like a kind of thing you put together when it hasn't been raining and you want God to be nice to you.
Well, it says here in the recipe, the vanilla complements the blood well, and the hint of coca adds a small yet
That's
pleasant
disgusting.
depth.
There's not real blood inside of this thing, is
Blood
there?
custard pie.
Baked by Sweeney Todd.
Yes.
I only know that reference because I know the reference. I've never actually seen
The Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
You haven't seen it?
No, I've never seen it.
What?
I don't want to watch homicidal barbers sing. Why?
I saw-
Good
What's
story.
the-
You put it like that.
It's a lesson. It's a lesson learned.
Well, all I
your
know
barber.
is so what it's he slices them up.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Then
always
serves them.
been my fear. That's always been my fear.
To get killed by your barber?
Well, no, because I've never let a barber shave me.
Oh.
Like that Gene Hackman scene.
Yeah.
In Mississippi Burning?
Yeah.
They're not allowed in this state to use a straight razor. They have to use a
Oh, does it happen
safety
in Mississippi
razor.
Burning? I've never seen
We
Mississippi Burning.
played it on the show. You weren't here. That's why you.
So yeah, whenever you see those westerns and those guys, their heads all right back, and some guys. And there's always bad guys in town who could pay off the barber, so that they don't have to like face this guy at noon.
And it could just be an accident. It could be a slip. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking about like the neck thing.
Yeah.
Hey, you're laying back. You're like, oh,
Hey, you're
I'll tell
very-
you what.
hey,
I
you're
haven't-
vulnerable.
Your eyes are closed. You're like, oh, I'll tell you one day when I retire. What?
With that scene in The Color Purple, didn't that make you nervous when Whoopi Goldberg
Yeah,
is shaving
yeah.
Danny Glover?
Yeah.
Like she's going to cut him.
And she should have.
I know she should have, but the whole time you're like, no.
Now she's on The View.
I get triggered every time
Yeah.
somebody gets shaved.
She's on The View. Things have changed.
Anytime somebody gets shaved, I get triggered because I only get a shave once a week.
Well, you should, but I'll tell you something. I think that the grass is always greener, right? I remember wanting to shave. This is part of my life. Like, oh, when am I going to be able to shave and have stubble every day and be like a real man? Because there were these years where I think somewhere between like 17 and 19 where it was like half happening, but then not. And I wasn't
So like
shaving.
me now.
Kind of. But I will say since the age of about 23, I have been wishing that I did not have to do this every day of my life. So actually, what you think you want, you've got. What I want, you've got. Which is I would love to be able to say, I got to shave once a week.
I'd like to shave
I
twice
hate
a week.
shaving. I hate getting out of bed. On days where I have to shave, because I used to shave every day before I came in, but now I'm getting old, so I slowed it down every other day. And on the days that I have to shave, because I wake up and I immediately go shower, do all that kind of stuff immediately. It's the first thing I do. Get it out of the way. On days that I have to shave, I lay in that bed a little bit longer. Ugh. God, do I hate doing this. And now we have this fancy new bathroom with the W style, sinks and stuff like that. And I have to tell you that they look really good, but they're very difficult to clean after you shave. I mean, this is one of those ones that has a real grill down inside of it. It's got a slope leading down and then a grill and everything. And you got to pull that grill out. You got to set that aside. Then you got to go in and clean the entire it's a pain in the you-know-what. Now, listen, if you've lived in a country that's been torn apart by war for the last 20 years, does it seem like such a bad thing? No. But I've been living in Roswell for the last 20 years, so
War-torn Roswell.
Everything's relative.
Believe me, the wars between Alpharetta, Woodstock, trying to come and capture you guys, it's been a lot.
They'd love to be us. They'd love. Isn't it obvious? Everything Alpharetta and Woodstock does. Like, hey, Roswell did this and it worked. Let's try that.
Jewel of Georgia.
Alpharetta, the kings of the brick facade buildings.
You mean the strip mall?
No, I'm talking about the brick
Alpharetta is just a
facade.
big shopping center
Yeah, kind of. Well, that's good.
with fancy houses.
Is Avalon, is that in Alpharetta? Is that still considered Alpharetta when you get to Avalon?
Yeah, Avalon's Alpharetta.
That certainly is. But I mean, if you go into like the hub of Alpharetta, all the new buildings, I'm sorry, I just disagree. Why would you go with that ugly brick facade? It's not real. And it's like you're walking, like you can understand it when you're at Avalon because you are in the middle of basically an open air mall, right?
Right.
And there's just houses near it. So you
Is
can
that what they
understand
did
it.
in Alpharetta downtown?
No, it's just this. I can't. It's just brick facade. I don't. When you see it, you'll know it. It's just like
phony.
Bricks are not supposed to look phony. Bricks are supposed to look like, oh, maybe they built that building back in 1872. That's what it's supposed to look like. And Alpharetta is, and we're getting some of this in Roswell, some of it, where a couple of the buildings that have gone up lately are a little bit like this. We got a new mixed use, got some places, some decent stuff in there, but it's got that weird. It's just like why?
It's like they
spend
took the bricks
extra money
and they spray painted over them, especially the white bricks. I've noticed that when these buildings get put up and they.
But I don't think they're full bricks. I
They're
think
not.
They're
They're
prefabricated,
yes,
and
they're
you buy
pasted on.
and you buy like a full. And so it's just not real. It's just phony looking. It looks like, and it's not even good phony. It's just like, ooh, I don't want to be in that building.
It's kind of a good metaphor for everything that's going on.
Yes.
It feels like everything's a facade.
It's just
and fake
transactional.
and to save money and make the most money immediately. And
This is my question. If we're going to have facades and fakes in 2025, don't we have the ability to make it look like it's not? Like, shouldn't we be able to like put up prefab stuff that looks like it's 100 years old? Shouldn't we be able to do that?
Sounds like you need to come back to the city, Eric. Come on down. The ATL's calling you. Come on.
I mean, back to the city. I was never in the
Excuse
city
me.
as a.
Well, we've always just welcomed you. You're an honorary Atlantan, even though you live in Roswell.
Okay. Well, that's
Come on
a good,
down here.
That's a good setup for me. Yeah, Eric. Why don't you triple your taxes every year?
Yeah.
Come move into the city.
Buckhead's a lot safer now. Go ahead. Come on.
It's a lot safer.
Yeah, have fun driving around.
Which is relative.
Decatur's cool.
I'll stay where I am. I like Roswell.
West Side's
If I
cool.
want to go into Atlanta, it takes me 20 minutes.
They're still building houses in my neighborhood. We could be neighbors.
Oh yeah. Can I get a Pioneer loan?
Probably.
Dude,
Although you're probably
you're 60.
drive
How
to
could
work
you be a
together.
pioneer?
You look like a
Oh, yeah.
prospector.
I could ride in his Jeep.
You're gold.
No, I heard this. I heard you had Pioneer loans. You want to ride to work together?
You probably
every day?
make too much to
Huh?
get the Pioneer loan.
Me?
Yeah, you.
What do you talk like somebody who actually saw my page a couple days ago? Our relationship.
I would never
Our
say that.
relationship has never been the same.
I love you too.
He just thinks about all the friends that.
Been building up.
That's what they give to this guy.
He saw Autumn's 2 weeks ago and just laughed.
Yeah, just rolled his eyes. Alex
Nothing
Williams says there's. Well, no, she's very talented. There's a lot of there. What are you talking about, you misogynist? He just does not like women.
Yeah, that's true.
Not even his wife. How do you get along with your wife when you don't like women so much?
I love my wife dearly.
Okay, but it's everybody else you can't stand.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
She gets me.
She's a carve-out.
She's a trooper.
the exception that proves the rule.
trooper.
She's a trooper. So you know what that means.
Yes.
Now we know why they got married. Alex Williams says there's... The audience may not know why, but we know what that means. Alex Williams says there's double trouble on I-20 on the west side.
Yeah, been a rough commute on the West Freeway out of Lithia Springs, Eric. Crash had been in the right lane. They're off to the right now, I-20 westbound at Riverside Parkway. But before you get there, heads up if you're taking 285 north or southbound to I-20 westbound, because right now they're holding the end of that ramp from 285 north and south to 20 west, trying to get a crash off to the right. They're struggling with that, so that's got 285 north on the brake lights from Langford Parkway, just adding to the west and southbound delays pretty much all the way back into Dunwoody, trying to get down to I-20. And 75 northbound just found a crash off to the right in Kennesaw above Chastain Road, exit 271, but that's not helping the ride as you make the commute up out of Marietta. How are we looking on the south side, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, 75 north, it remains slow from Bill Gardner Parkway to past Jodico Road, and southbound rides, you are on and off the brakes from 675 to Highway 20. And this report is sponsored by Zenshi Handcrafted Sushi. Craving something fresh and flavorful? Discover Zenshi Handcrafted Sushi. High quality, affordable, and made fresh daily. Find Zenshi Sushi today at your local Publix markets right by the seafood counter. From the Cool Lake Area Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When the weather is at its worst,
It's an overnight early Sunday morning situation with damaging wind gusts and, yes, even tornadoes in the forecast. forecast.
We're at our best.
Christina will be on duty live in the Storm Center overnight Saturday.
Stay prepared for whatever Mother Nature has in store.
The severe weather knocking down trees and causing damage and power outages across the metro.
With your severe weather station, 95.5 WSB.
Wrecks will happen, and insurance will try to pay as little as possible. It's Smiley Mark McKay. When bad traffic leads to a bad accident, get a great lawyer. I recommend John Foy & Associates, the strong arm. There's no cost until they win. JohnFoy.com.
Just like your car, your septic system needs regular maintenance. Hi, I'm Shannon, the owner of Scorpion Septic. If you're seeing bubbles in your toilet, pooling in your yard, slow draining, or your toilet won't flush, you need Scorpion Septic.
Take the sting out of septic service with Scorpion Septic, where there is never a pump out charge with your repair. Call for more information. ScorpionSepticServices.com.
ScorpionSepticServices.com. Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business, powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $69 a month for 24 months. And ask how to get free installation on qualifying bundles. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After 24 months, regular rates apply.
Switch your termite protection to Breda Pest Management, and your rate is locked in for 10 years. And Breda's termite guarantee is unmatched in the industry.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
If you've been thinking about selling your home this year, now is the time. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. One of our clients, BR, said, Mark Spain Real Estate sold my home within 30 days. I definitely recommend them to my friends and family. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Hey, Dave Baker here. Let's talk garage doors. Your garage door. Is it too loud or letting air in around the frame? Overhead Door Company of Atlanta will make it all better. In March only, they will perform their full 26-task garage door tune-up for just $79, and just in March. That's just $79 for up to 3 garage doors and openers. You need this done once a year anyway, so why not now and for just $79? Schedule now at overheaddooratlanta.com.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our US-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit ConsumerCellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or ConsumerCellular.com today. Real people paid to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
Not a lot of time here. That means good time for an open mic.
Yes, it is. If I could get it out of this folder here. Here we go. Yes.
Avon Hessler, listen to your overlord.
In French, the letter W is called W, pronounced double. It's not commonly used in native French words and mostly appears in loanwords from English, German, or Dutch.
So why don't we call it double V when it definitely is 2 V's and not 2 W's? All right.
You know, I really, I can't believe that this has become the most controversial thing ever on the Von Hessler Doctrine.
Since Celtic Thunder.
It's called W because it's two U's squished together. Then people come back and, well, how come in other countries they call it, in other languages they call it different things? Well, because it's a different language. Some of these people see U's as V's. Yeah. Isn't the Volkswagen in Germany a Volkswagen? Don't they say V is W and they say
Volkswagen.
W is,
Volkswagen.
I think they say Volkswagen.
I think it's double V.
Hey, Eric, how come they say it different in different languages? Because it's a different language. I'll end where I ended yesterday on this. It's called W. Look at it.
Them are fighting words.
Yeah! Look at it. Do you think it's a coincidence that it looks like two U's squished together and it's called a W? You think that's a coincidence? Get off my lawn. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 85 in Sewanee.
Second trouble spot of the day in the same area, Eric. This is 85 northbound between Lawrenceville, Sewanee Road and the 985 split. It's in the second left lane and just keeping that ride stacked and packed as you leave Highway 316. 400 northbound slow this afternoon from the Glen Ridge connector up through Sandy Springs. Southbound seeing some brake lights Old Milton Parkway down to Holcomb Bridge in Roswell. Slow traffic on I-75 through Cobb County. Kobe Dawkins.
Well, you're dealing with the crash off to the right, 75 north past Chastain Road, exit 271, adding to the delays to Windy Hill Road, and 75 south, you're tapping the brakes from 575 to I-285. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
As a mother, I worry about my family's safety every day. But when horrible things happen, a robbery during a trip to the store, a company pumping chemicals into our backyard, or a truck driver asleep at the wheel, our loved ones deserve protection. But now, Georgia legislators are pushing a tort reform giveaway that would make it harder for families like yours to hold companies accountable when they cause harm. This bill is designed to make insurance companies even richer at a time when they are already making billions in record profits. Our families deserve better. Don't give insurance companies even more power to delay and deny claims. We need to ensure that those who harm us are held responsible. Join us and stand up for Georgia families. Visit forgeorgia.org to tell your legislators to vote no on the tort reform giveaway. Let's protect our right to seek justice.
Access to Justice for Georgia paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising for Georgia.org. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Is painting the house on your project list? Make this the last time you paint with Rhino Shield, backed by a 25-year warranty.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
O'Reilly. Stop by the new O'Reilly Auto Parts in Dallas on Ridge Road across from Publix now through March 25th for the grand opening sale. Get 2 times O Rewards points on all Armor All wipes. Plus, receive 2 times points on Valvoline Flex Fill Gear Oil, which means you can reach your next $5 reward twice as fast right now at your new O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Don't miss your chance to take advantage of the buy 2, get 2 free and pay nothing until 2027. Offer ending soon, only from Window Nation. Schedule your free estimate now at 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
Hey, Belinda here with Dr. Ashraf from Atlanta Vision Institute to talk about a new procedure, permanent contact lenses. This is a game changer, isn't it, Dr. Ashraf?
It is for some people. This is an implantable Collamer lens. It's been around for a while, but this new technology is amazing. This is really good for people who in the past weren't candidates for LASIK. And remember, LASIK's been around for over 20 years. Technology is always advancing. So this lens is a quick procedure. We do it in the office. Vision recovers very quickly. You're back to work the next day. LASIK, it causes an inducement of dry eyes. This does not.
Ooh.
And unlike your contacts, there's no maintenance on this. There is nothing. You get up and go. It is permanent now. In the future, if you do need to remove it, we can remove it.
Oh, that's tremendous. Folks, is this something you're interested in to better your vision? Go to lensatlanta.com. That's LENS Atlanta.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, a South Fulton council member has had it with a dangerous condo complex. WSB Steve Summers reports live with what's been done and what might be done next.
Yeah, Bill, we're talking about Camelot condominiums, where two recent fires have displaced about 50 families. The last blaze just last night. Councilmember Carmelita Gums says legal action is ongoing.
We do have a number of municipal citations that are in our court right now, especially for code enforcement.
Gums says if legal action doesn't get results,
based off of the structure and the dilapidated buildings, it could be condemned.
Gums talked about plans for some sort of private business venture to help the complex to become safer. No word yet on the cause of this latest fire. Reporting live, Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
73 degrees in Atlanta. We've got some scattered rain showers around the metro at this hour, and we could see severe weather this weekend. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Georgia's highest court draws a dramatic distinction between the types of evidence which can be used against you and a drunk driving case.
We know whatever you say can be used against you in a court of law. Georgia's Supreme Court rules now in DUI cases it's also what you don't do. If you decline a blood test in a DUI stop, that can come in as evidence. WSB senior legal analyst Ron Carlson explains a breath test requires the driver to huff and puff, and the law views that as self-incrimination.
Whereas if the defendant can remain passive, like when blood is taken, or in a murder case where the defendant's hands are swabbed for gunshot residue and he can just sit there, no constitutional rights are involved.
Carlson says this shift affects law enforcement and drivers. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta police released body cam footage of a dramatic rescue from a house fire on Hill Street last week.
Dude, just get out. The house is on fire. It's literally on fire. Let's go.
We're learning officers on patrol were able to save numerous lives. They ran into the house to help everyone get out, and no one is seriously hurt. Family members of victims of the Metro Atlanta spa shootings are preparing to mark the tragic events of that day.
Sunday marks 4 years since a gunman opened fire at two Asian spas in Metro Atlanta, killing 8 people. As the alleged shooter prepares for trial in Fulton County, there are continued calls for justice.
We must not forget.
Victoria Wynn with the Georgia AAPI Hub says the events of March 16, 2021 still seem fresh.
The grief, the pain, and the deep sense of injustice still remains within our community. Their lives were forever changed, and so were ours.
Other commemorations and remembrances are prepared for Sunday. From the state capitol, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A youth pastor from Futures Church in Alpharetta is arrested on child sex charges. Daniel Menelau is accused of using a popular messaging app to share and download more than a dozen sexually explicit videos involving kids.
Mr. Menelau was a youth pastor of a church in the city of Alpharetta, so anytime we have someone engaging in this type of behavior while also occupying a position of authority or influence with young people, that is something that we are going to look into very closely, and that is what we're doing.
Roswell police officer Tim Lupo says the investigation started last month after they received a tip. Now, WSB Money Update. Stocks take another big hit today. The Dow loses 537 points. The NASDAQ drops almost 2%. And with the stumbling stock market taking a bite into our 401ks, one expert says do not panic.
Don't focus too much on the stock market tumble. That's the word from Kennesaw State University economics professor Roger Tutterow, who says panic can lead to bad investments.
Take a long-term perspective. Diversify your investments, and you're more likely to come out of this thing whole.
He says in a broad sense, it's nothing like we saw in 2020 or the financial crisis of 2008.
The drop in prices would probably be closer to what we might call a correction. It's not a bear market.
He says the volatility will likely continue, though, for several months. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's triple team traffic, and here is Alex Williams.
All lanes being held right now in Suwanee as they move a crash from the left lanes to the right shoulder. 85 northbound at I-985. Heavy delays back to Highway 316. If you'd like, you can use Satellite Boulevard as an alternate. Elsewhere, we have a new crash, 85 northbound, this one into Cobb County. 85 north at Pleasantdale Road, exit 96. It's in the right lane, slow in the ride, even more so back towards Chamblee-Tucker. That's also going to affect the 285 east and northbound ramps, the inner and outer loop, trying to get onto I-85 northbound. And into Cobb County, we have a stall partially in the left lane, 285 southbound, the outer loop, Highway 29, Lawrenceville Highway, exit 38. But it's already slow for that ride back into Dunwoody, starting around Georgia 400 and Ashford-Dunwoody Road. Trouble on I-75 on the south side of town, Kobe
And
Dawkins.
at 75 southbound before Hudson Bridge Road, exit 224. It's a left lane crash, seeing tough delays back to I-675. From the Cool Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta Homes. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly to mostly cloudy for the rest of this evening. A stray pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible. Those will fizzle out after midnight. Lows will fall to the mid-50s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, high 75. Saturday, rain showers possible in the morning, but the bulk of the severe weather will arrive in the evening hours through Sunday morning. The time frame is 10 p.m. through 6 a.m. as a line of thunderstorms rolls through the state of Georgia. Damaging winds will be associated with these thunderstorms, strong enough to knock down trees and power lines. Tornadoes are also a possibility for Metro Atlanta through the early Sunday morning time frame. Sunshine for Monday, highs in the mid-60s. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high 72.
Right now, 70 in Peachtree City, 71 in Loganville, and in Doraville. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. All right, we can take bets on this. There's the ambassador of the ATL, Jared Yamamoto, who wants to cheerlead everything that happens in his precious city.
Well, everything that's good, of course.
Well, according to you, everything is good about the ATL.
That is not true. I'm upset about many things.
Oh,
now.
you don't like the parking in this part of town, which I want to
Where
ask.
I live.
Based on all of this, you can work the parking into it. I don't need that to come up with my number. So this is from Secret Atlanta. Shh. Don't tell anybody. It's just between us. Atlanta's first ever Formula One arcade bar will open in West Midtown in 2025. All right. How long will this thing be open? George Clark, in years, you predict.
I'm going 2.
Tim Andrews.
3.
Jared Yamamoto, ambassador to the ATL.
9.
Or of the ATL.
9 years.
Ooh.
9 years. I'm going with 5. I'm going with 5 because the way these things usually work is the first year is on fire. Second year, kind of, okay. Third year, there's problems. Fourth year, we should have shut down, but we don't. We want to see if we can keep this going. I mean, come on, we came in a big thing. And then the fifth year, the final year before it actually goes belly up, it turns in, it's kind of the same place, but F1 pulls their name and it's called like
NASCAR.
Jim's Racing Car Center or something. And then whatever the well-known restaurant that was in there initially, that goes away and it's like Alice's Fine Home Cooking or something in Jim's Race Car Land.
Then it's an old country buffet.
Basically, yeah. So that's my prediction. 5 years. 1 really strong, 2 that you could say were decent. Starting in year 3, where we notice there's a problem, we try to
remedy.
Year 5, it's the same place with different names.
Okay.
And then year 6, it's gone.
Now the reason why I disagree with you, respectfully, of course, is because
it better be respect. I think I've earned your respect.
You have earned my respect. That side of town has a lot of game bars already. You've got Putt Shack over there. You've got Top
Putt
Flight.
Shack. How's that one doing?
Putt
5
Shack's
years
doing
in?
great. It's actually.
What do you putt while you eat?
No, it's like a putt
Dude,
inside.
we're not like the generations before us. We fixed putt-putt.
Right.
It's better now.
And golf, regular golf. You fix that.
We figured
with Top Golf.
We do everything in a smarter and better way than any generation before us. Do you understand how this works?
Nope.
We fixed putt-putt.
Okay.
There
See,
is.
your generation was so dumb, you didn't know there was a problem with putt-putt. We came along, identified it, and fixed it. Basically, all of our fixes are you drink while you're doing the other thing.
Exactly.
That's basically it.
There is a Top Golf in West Midtown as well, too. So there's a lot of these game
I've never
bars
been
on
to
that side of
Top
town.
Golf.
But the problem is, and I will say this.
I just hit that ball a long way.
But there's games. There's little games you play on the screen. It's like,
You try to hit the people picking up the balls.
Well, you could play that game. There's better games than that.
You want to know my nightmare thinking about games? So I'm going to my brother-in-law's 60th. Turns out that we're not going to – I'm terrible at games, and I'm going to have to go do this. They're going to one of those things where you try to get out of the room.
Oh, an escape room.
An escape room.
I can't wait to hear about that.
And I told my wife, whatever, I just want to be with My son, he's really good at these things. I'm not going to be good at it. I'm not good with puzzles, but I don't know. What are they, riddles? I'm kind of okay with riddles.
You got to follow clues and get out of there. So,
I guess
yeah,
I'm a little
so.
bit, but I'm terrible with games. But once I get there and everybody's there,
You
we're
have
doing
logic,
this thing.
don't you? You have the ability.
Yeah, I'm not good with riddles, though.
You come back with a new love for escape
Oh,
rooms.
yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Every Friday, guys.
We're going to have our
It's
meetings.
Escape Room Friday. Whoever gets us out of here gets to keep their job.
The team building, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Team building and also creative destruction at the same time.
Do you remember ESPN Zone in Buckhead?
Yeah, that's another one.
That didn't they have a NASCAR bar in there after that also failed? Or was it like a
Probably.
country music hall?
Usually what happens with these things is they change to another name.
Right.
And then a year later they go out of business.
Now, I think, again, the advantage that this F1 bar has is that there are a lot of
They're
things
really fast.
that are like it over in that side of town. But the problem with West Midtown is if they do not do something about the ridiculous cost of parking over on that side of town, then a lot of these businesses,
By the
including
way,
this, will fail.
for a car culture themed restaurant/bar, you would assume plenty of parking.
You would assume.
That's the first
and
level.
easy.
Parking.
You passed the first test.
You have these corporations that own all the parking now, and they have that stupid app. You can't just go give a guy $10 and park.
Oh yeah, I'll teach you $10. You used to be able to go
Excuse
give
me,
a guy.
sir.
Used to be able to go
Hold
give
on,
a guy,
hold on, sir.
and he'd watch your car for you.
Yeah, and he put like a fake like badge on and stuff.
No,
Hey, that's
you
my
know what I
parking
mean.
lot.
The
You used to be
parking
able to go give a
attendant.
guy. I didn't know you were going to say $10. Gotta give a guy a little fun.
Come on over here.
Hey, can you?
I don't like that app.
No, I don't like any of those apps, and I don't like. That's what you said. Oh, come live in Atlanta. No, I don't want. I'm not going to your place of business unless there is a parking lot, and my parking is non-stress. There's no stress whatsoever. I'm going down the road. Oh, there's your business. Surrounding your business, a large parking lot. Now there's a chance Eric Von Hessler will ever stop in.
Still
I'm not
slight chance.
slight. It's not a big chance. But let's face it, it's probably not going to happen. But it is now enters the realm of possibility that Eric Von Hessler might stop in if you have a parking lot that surrounds your business. I want parking to be something that I almost don't think about. So the further away you are from that, that means you don't want this old 60-year-old dude's business. You want a 22-year-old who's fooled themselves into thinking that actually being inconvenienced and charged too much means you're successful. You're making it. You're out there. Hey, look at me. It was almost a complete impossibility to get parked and get in here, and I'm being charged $28 a drink. I've made it in America.
Well, I have noticed, at least around town, the drinks have come down, but old Atlanta does typically have the parking lots that you're talking about. New Atlanta, the stuff that's been popping
I'm
up
with
on
the
the
old guys in old Atlanta.
What's old Atlanta?
Old Atlanta would be the Buckheads, the Midtowns, and downtowns of the world,
Okay.
whereas New Atlanta would be Inman Park,
Ted Turner, that'd be old.
Summer Hill.
I can park anywhere I want.
Summer Hill, and then West Midtown. All those areas have
Yeah, I'm
the
with
super
the
expensive
old
parking.
guys.
I agree.
I'm over there in
in
Old Town. I'm going to move to Old Town.
But
you and your horse.
Me and my horse.
But the thing that
whatever
is
happened to him? Boy, that dried up fast.
Flash in the pan.
Guess so.
the thing that is nice though is that if you do live close, it is easier to Uber and Lyft, and I think that even for
No, it's not. It's easier to Uber and Lyft to Atlanta, but if I'm already out in the suburbs, I can Uber to a restaurant. You know, we have nice places. I know that there's this idea in the city that we only have Applebee's and Chili's out.
What's wrong with those? Those are luxurious.
We actually have some very nice places. Oh, listen,
I love popping by a Longhorn when I'm out in the burbs. A Longhorn, hell yeah!
You do not. Listen, you no longer have to drive into Buckhead to be charged $400 for a steak. You can do this now in the suburbs.
Go to like a Red Lobster.
Yeah. All the biscuits you want.
Of all the gimmick game bars, it does sound kind of cool.
Yeah,
No, it's going to be
Yeah.
great. But the question is, will you want to go back a seventh time?
No, definitely.
See, that's the problem.
Especially if you live
That's
close.
the problem
You know
with
how
these theme things.
Those
you know?
places survive on the work outing.
Yeah.
The corporate outing.
Oh, yeah, we're going to
our
go.
corporate
Yeah,
party.
well, that's exactly. And all that happens for about the first year.
Right.
You don't want to be too themed out as a restaurant.
That's why places like Northside Tavern over in West Midtown have
all
hung
it
around.
has, that's all it has to do is remain on the north side. And it's true to its name.
Yes.
That's all. The only theme there is you're going to find this bar on the north side. And that's an easy one. That's an easy one to keep up with.
Well, what's funny about it is now, since Atlanta's grown so much since it opened up, it technically is on the west side. It should be the west side.
There used to be nothing around it, by the way.
Yeah.
You go over there and you could park anywhere. There was nothing there.
Oh, yeah.
You go there now, it's like one of those houses that's still in a city that all the buildings grew up around.
All those GD Yankees won't stop moving here.
Yeah.
I love that they've held
Like
on
me.
to it because there is nothing like it. It's unique. It's a destination. It's a place that you want to go constantly because of the bands.
Right. And you go back. There are places like Autumn has that place she goes to in Crofton, right? She walks in, Autumn, hey, I got your drink here. Right. That's the place that you'll go back to over and over again. You know, I mean, even like, are the kids going to be excited the 5th time in 2 months to go back to the F1 place? Probably not. The first time they're going to be out of their minds.
Second time you bring your friends, then the third time you're hoping that their friends bring their friends.
Before you know it, you're still, the kids are, you're back to celebrating the 9th birthday party at Burger King. As it turns out, these kids don't appreciate anything. I can spend all kinds of these kids. These kids are idiots. Give them a plastic crown or a cardboard crown. And let's get the hell out of here. What do you think it's going to cost you for an evening at this F1?
120.
If you've got 4 kids.
Well, they have Wagyu beef sliders. They got seafood towers.
Wagyu. Hey, there's an excuse to charge you $100 for a slider. When are people going to wake up to the Wagyu scam?
Yeah.
It's good. You ever had it?
What? Nothing is good is one thing. There's a number on price that certain foods can never be that good. Wagyu has gotten to that point where is it terrible? I'm not saying I'd put it in my mouth and spit it out.
Oh, it's the butter of steak.
I'm just saying, what I'm saying is it's not worth the money, not even close. You can get a good tasting steak for like $35, right? Like a good red, you can get good tasting
Outback Steakhouse out in the burbs.
Oh, shut up with your Outback.
And a blaming onion to go with it.
Alex Williams. So I'm trying to say is in the suburbs, we can waste money on things too. We don't have to come into the city.
You damn right.
Alex
Taco
Williams,
Bell and everything.
Oh, shut up. Alex Williams says there's a big jam on 285 in DeKalb.
Yeah, part of it is just due to all the volume. 285 east and southbound is just all brake lights this afternoon from Georgia 400 into Dunwoody, Dorville, and the Tucker area. We do have a stall partially in the left lane. 285 southbound, the inner loop at Lawrenceville Highway. Hopefully they can get that. Actually, they did just get that off to the right. So better news there. On the outer loop, 285 west and southbound, about 35 minutes from Georgia 400 around to Hollowell Parkway. That's just before I-20. And on the south side, they are holding all lanes in Stockbridge, 75 southbound at Hudson Bridge Road, exit 224, getting a crash from the left lane to the right shoulder. Those brake lights start back at Highway 138, exit 228. We've been watching trouble spots on I-85 heading to the northeast, Kobe Dawkins.
Yeah, and it's a crash, knocking out one right lane, 85 north at Pleasantdale Road, exit 96, adding to the delays. But as you continue getting into Swanee, crash now off to the right before I-985, exit 113. However, you remain jammed back to Highway 316. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When the weather is at its worst,
A line of thunderstorms that arrive as early as midnight Sunday morning, moving through downtown Atlanta around 2 a.m.
we're at our best.
This is a good time to download the WSB Radio app. You can hear our live coverage even if the power goes out at your house.
Stay prepared for whatever Mother Nature has in store.
Strong winds, heavy rain, and tornado warnings.
With your severe weather station, 95.5 WSB.
Don't ignore any cracked bricks or concrete, floor or wall gaps, or bowed walls. You could be ignoring underlying foundation problems, and that will hurt the value of your home. Foundation problems? Visit aquaguard.net today and book your free inspection. AquaGuard.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, maybe even your kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Atlanta area attorneys. 404-793-0000. 1 Glen Lake Parkway Northeast, Suite 975, Atlanta, Georgia 30328. Joseph Cordell, Principal Partner. CordellCordell.com.
Has that pain on your house reached the point of surrender? You really can't put it off another year, right?
It's Jeff and Roxanne, local owners of Rhino Shield. Let Rhino Shield help you with a solution that'll make this the last time you paint.
Rhino Shield ceramic coating will last you 25 years, improve your home's curb appeal, and comes with a 25-year warranty.
Get a free estimate at RhinoShieldGA.com.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Focus Features presents Black Bag, starring Cate Blanchett, Michael Fassbender, and directed by Steven Soderbergh.
I can feel when you watch me. I like it.
It's the perfect marriage of love and deception.
I watch her, I assume she watches me.
There's a traitor in the house. Find the leak.
Black Bag is the most anticipated espionage thriller of the year.
Who's the suspect?
Your wife.
Would you kill for me?
Black Bag, rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent. Only in theaters tomorrow with special engagements in Dolby.
O'Reilly VeriScan is a free check engine light testing program that pulls from over 600 million vehicle scans confirmed by ASE certified technicians to provide a simple report and possible fixes available exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
All right, what's the name of this next segment? Salads, entrees, and desserts, something like that.
It's time for studies, surveys, and polls
Close.
on the Von Hessler Doctrine.
But I feel stupid. Hey, take that! Take that, Blood Moon!
I like the shells dropping.
You know when the last time we used that?
You're the last moon. If you people think that this host, this American host, is going to allow that blood moon to hang over my nation, well, you just misunderstood a real lunatic, because I'm shooting that damn moon out of the sky.
You and Wolf.
Me and Wolf Blitzer. Ow!
You start shooting that thing at 226.
Clap for the wolf man.
When the moon gets angry, it has a dark side.
It's just a phase.
Only one man can turn the tide.
I'm not waxing poetic.
Blood Moon, Wolf Blitzer.
I'm not letting some dumb space rock threaten my country.
Blood Moon.
But Wolf, don't you work at CNN?
I'm gonna do a little moonlighting.
Yeah!
Blood Moon. Coming soon to a skyline near you.
Good night, Moon.
Blowing right out of the sky. And that's it. We're done. We're done with headlines about different kinds of moons.
What about Strawberry Moon?
There'll be no moon.
Beaver Moon?
None.
The strawberry moon's going to be in May.
No, not after I shoot the moon out of the sky. It won't be available.
We won't have tides anymore.
Okay, there's a problem. I hadn't thought of that.
Tides are good.
Tides are good.
We talk about this a lot, but when did this really start with this stupid naming of the moon? Because we didn't grow up with that.
Growing up with it, we never did. I mean, every once in a while, I don't know.
It's a blue moon.
Kind of you'd hear that once in a blue moon. I think it feels like since 2010 or something, the moon got a new PR spokesperson or a company, and the moon's always, hey, it's not that same old moon. This is a fantastic new moon this month. Hey, get a load of the show the moon's putting on this week. It's the same guy.
I think you boomers and
it's the same guy.
You boomers and Gen Xers neglected the moon for a long time. Millennials and Gen Zers were bringing the moon back.
Yeah, that's right. It's the millennials and Gen Zers are reappreciating the moon, something that we took for granted for so very long.
Yeah,
sure did.
Being so close to when they landed on it, we had no appreciation.
Yeah, no.
None
This
at all.
new generation who couldn't get back to the moon if they threw a rope around it and tried to
We
climb
want to
up.
be safe, okay? We want to be safe.
Ah, man. I used to live in a country called America. You should ask me about it sometime. Oh, man. The mood rings, the pet rocks, Evel Knievel. What happened?
The hair.
It was the hair.
Everywhere.
What do you mean everywhere?
You know.
You mean like
Oh, yeah.
growing out of your ears and stuff?
No, you know what I'm talking
Off your
about.
buttocks?
Being
That kind-
salacious.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Belly button hair.
Belly button does not have hair.
Around it?
Mine does.
Well, the outside, that's your stomach. That's not
Can you
your
not
belly.
have-
Inside the belly button, there's no hair.
Really? Does everybody?
No, it's a docking
I've
port.
got some.
It's a docking port.
A little bit of hair.
Get in here. No, the hair is on the outside. It's not growing from the inside.
You got to find an Audi to dock.
That's your docking port for.
No, that's
for
just
the,
lint. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just lint. It's not hair. If you have hair growing inside, I don't think that there's any. I don't think it could.
Hold on. Let's ask AI.
It's a docking port that you're going to you dock with the aliens at some point. Actually, Doc Alien would be the name of the cowboy.
Hey, I'm Doc Alien. What's going on?
AI. Yes, it is completely normal for hair to grow in your belly button.
No, it's not.
As hair follicles
It would-
exist all over the body,
Ah,
including
get
around the
outta
navel area.
here. I don't
Wrong.
believe it.
Wrong.
I don't believe it.
Wrong. Wrong.
Shut up. You and that moon. You see what I did to the moon? Don't mess with me. If I don't agree with you, I'll take you out. Alex Williams says there are delays on 75 into Kennesaw.
Yeah, 75 northbound, very slow this afternoon, all due to a crash mostly off to the right. 75 north, just past Chastain Road, exit 271, but you slow back at North Marietta Parkway. Now, on the south side, some better news in Stockbridge. They held all lanes for several minutes, but that crash is gone. 75 southbound, Hudson Bridge Road, exit 224. Delays from Highway 138 should start to improve. Delays also through downtown, Kobe Dawkins.
Yeah, 85 south. You were slow from the Georgia 400 merge getting onto the downtown connector. 75 south, brake lights beginning before Howell Mill Road. And 75-85 northbound, you are jammed before Langford Parkway getting to 14th Street. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
With our weather extremes, I wanted windows that would stand the test of time. Hi, it's meteorologist Glenn Burns, and I found them. I love my Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows from North Georgia Replacement Windows. I was blown away. They're energy efficient and incredibly durable. 8 times stronger than vinyl, so they last. Experience the fiberglass difference in your home or in their new Alpharetta showroom.
Infinity from Marvin, replacement windows, yeah.
Spend an evening with James Taylor and his all-star band. The American Icon is back on tour. Saturday, September 6th, Synovus Bank Amphitheater at Chastain Park. The multiple Grammy Award-winning James Taylor and a night full of his biggest hits with special guest Tiny Habits. Tickets on sale Friday at 10 a.m. at livenation.com. Spend the night with a friend. James Taylor.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I've been asked many times how Morgan & Morgan became the largest injury firm in the world. I think I know. When someone comes to us for an on-the-job injury, we have a huge workers' compensation practice. But many times we find a defective product that was responsible for that injury. Luckily for them, we have a product liability section headed by my son Mike. In addition to the comp case, there is a product case too. Other times, the injured worker is fired or harassed for bringing that claim. We have them covered. Our employment lawyers handle retaliation claims as well as wage theft and discrimination cases, and in some cases need to file for Social Security benefits. No problem. We became big for a reason. 30% of our new cases come as referrals from former clients. Hiring us is easy. Go to forthepeople.com on your mobile device or computer, or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
EMC Security.
Meet EMC Security's hero of the home.
After some break-ins in my neighborhood, it got me thinking about my family's security. A friend recommended EMC Security, so I called them. Now I have peace of mind that my family is safe without having to sign a long-term contract.
Way to go, Sarah. Be the hero of your home with no contracts, fast and reliable monitoring, and rates as low as $16.95.
EMC Security. Smart protection for a safer tomorrow.
For over 25 years, you've counted on All Four Seasons for garage and entry doors. But we also specialize in replacement windows with a lifetime warranty. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. Enhance your home's energy efficiency and curb appeal with a wide range of quality window options, backed by unparalleled service and craftsmanship. From garage doors to entry doors to windows, for every opening of your home, we've got you covered. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar. Visit orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's orchard.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, she is lucky to be alive. A woman is shot in DeKalb County and her car is stolen by a guy she met online.
The victim tells DeKalb County police she met a man on a dating app who she agreed to meet at a local park on Phillips Road. Once they arrived, the woman tells police they argued and then the man shot her in the hip. He then stole her car and cell phone. The woman managed to run away and call police, who are investigating the incident. Daphne Young, 95.5 WSB.
73 degrees in Atlanta. We'll be monitoring for the potential for severe storms this weekend.
The timeline for this line of storms would be 10 p.m. Saturday through 6 a.m. Sunday.
Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. New details today on how Atlanta police officers rescued several people from a burning home last week.
An officer is flagged down along Hill Street and notified about a house fire.
Hey, radio, have fire stepped up. There's a bunch of people inside this building. The house is going to be on fire.
After that call, officers run into the home.
Hey, come on, let's go. Hey, everybody out. Everyone out. Radio, we're making entry to help get these people out. Let's go.
They got everybody but one person out, so they head back in.
So we've got one more. Yeah. So, dude, we can't get in that room. Hey, anybody in here?
One officer is treated for smoke inhalation. Other than that, nobody else is injured. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
And we have posted the body cam video at WSBradio.com. After the latest fire at a South Fulton condo complex, Councilmember Carmelita Gums is looking to hold property managers accountable.
We do have a number of municipal citations that are in our court right now, especially for code enforcement.
She admits the city is between a rock and a hard place when it comes to making the Camelot condos safe to live in. A fire last night damaged or destroyed 24 units. No word on the cause of that fire. Another blaze in December did similar damage. Atlanta Crime Stoppers is offering more incentive to people who want to report on a crime. They are increasing the reward from $2,000 to $5,000. All tipsters do remain anonymous. President Trump says he's hopeful Russia will agree to a 30-day ceasefire deal in its war with Ukraine. Russian President Putin said today he agrees in principle with the U.S. ceasefire proposal. U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff is meeting with officials in Russia. Beer drinkers won't be happy to hear newly implemented tariffs on aluminum and steel imports could directly impact Georgia breweries.
Those materials are needed for aluminum cans, kegs, and more.
With these tariffs, we're going to see costs for some of the vital supplies that brewers use go up.
Joseph Cortez with the Georgia Craft Brewers Guild says those higher costs will likely lead to higher prices for alcoholic beverages down the line.
I believe it's around 75% of the packaged products are in aluminum cans.
He says several Georgia breweries stockpiled cans before the tariffs took effect. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
It's been a rough week for 401ks as falling stocks take a bite out of the accounts of many investors here in Georgia. But Kennesaw State University economics professor Roger Tutterow says it shouldn't be a major cause for concern.
These markets tend to be volatile, and certainly we're coming off some very high valuation levels. But if you look back over the last 12 months, the S&P 500 is still now up well over 7%.
He also says it's a good time to make sure you have a diverse portfolio. If you stay up late tonight, you'll be able to see a lunar eclipse starting just after 1 a.m.
During the partial, we'll see it beginning to move into the eclipse. You'll hear a common phrase is it'll look like a bite was taken out of the moon.
Carissa Zdanky, an astronomer with the Tellus Science Museum in Cartersville, says the blood moon should start to peak around 2:30 as the moon turns red. A funeral scheduled for next week for former Westminster Schools coach and teacher Gary Jones, whose body was found in Lake Oconee last Sunday. A celebration of life will be Thursday in Riverdale. The funeral the following day at Elizabeth Baptist Church on Cascade Road in South Fulton. It is now 6:35. 6:04, time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
All right, Bill, we're going to try to clean up the ride around I-285, Atlanta's bypass, but we are still seeing plenty of brake lights. 285 westbound, the outer loop, you start to slow right at Georgia 400. You'll stay on and off the brakes. It's sluggish over to I-75 in Cobb County. Improving conditions through Smyrna Vinings. Toughest part of that is from South Atlanta Road down to Hollowell Parkway into Cobb County, still stacked and packed. 285 eastbound, the inner loop from Ashford Dunwoody Road over to I-85 Spaghetti Junction. Earlier stalled. 285 southbound, the inner loop at Highway 29 Lawrenceville Highway into Cobb. That's exit 38. That has been pushed to the right shoulder. We've been watching brake lights on I-85 heading toward Gwinnett County, Kobe Dawkins.
Well, crash remains 85 northbound right at Pleasantdale Road, exit 96. One right lane remains blocked, and we're seeing delays stretching onto I-285 in each direction. And rides continue to be jammed from an earlier trouble spot still on 85 north. You seeing the brake lights from I-985 to Highway 316. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly to mostly cloudy for the rest of this evening. A stray pop-up shower or thunderstorm possible. Those will fizzle out after midnight. Lows will fall to the mid-50s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, high 75. Saturday, rain showers possible in the morning, but the bulk of the severe weather will arrive in the evening hours through Sunday morning. The time frame is 10 p.m. through 6 a.m. as a line of thunderstorms rolls through the state of Georgia. Damaging winds will be associated with these thunderstorms, strong enough to knock down trees and power lines. Tornadoes are also a possibility for Metro Atlanta through the early Sunday morning time frame. Sunshine for Monday, highs in the mid-60s. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high 72.
73 now in Midtown Atlanta, 68 in Dunwoody, 72 in Noonan. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Is painting the house on your project list? Make this the last time you paint with Rhino Shield, backed by a 25-year warranty.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
How easy is it to save energy and money in 30 seconds? Let's count the ways. Power down unused devices. Swap out traditional bulbs for LEDs. Adjust your thermostat for the season. Change your air filter. Move furniture away from your vents. And turn off the lights when you leave a room. Georgia Power's more than just your power company. We're your saving sidekick. Get started at georgiapower.com/energy efficiency today. Ready, set, save.
The Lloyd Advisory Group has a question for you. Is your retirement inflation-proof? Here's what we mean. In retirement, chances are you're on a fixed income with unpredictable expenses. So how do you not run out of money when the cost of just about everything continues to go up? You inflation-proof it. Financial advisor Mark Lloyd and the team at Lloyd Advisory Group can show you ways to help fight inflation so it doesn't outpace your income. Call us today at 770-766-5611. Inflation could take a huge chunk out of your retirement savings, but it doesn't have to. With some simple planning, inflation can go from being a major disruption to a minor annoyance. Call Mark Lloyd and the team at Lloyd Advisory Group now to start inflation-proofing your retirement today. 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Insurance products and services are offered through the Lloyd Advisory Group. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
So rogue, no headset.
Hey, man, I do it my way. I got to be me.
You ever thought about going
I'll come back when I'm ready to come back.
You ever thought about getting the AirPod headphones?
I don't think I would like them because I have to turn my headphones up really loud and then it will start to distort with the microphone. Because if you don't know, Eric Von Hessler's hearing is shot because for his entire life he's been turning his headphones up very loud. But there's a reason for that. A young radio host named Eric Von Hessler learned that if he turns his headphones up really loud, and they are on somewhere between 9 and 10 right now, I don't yell into the mic. I tend to yell if it's too low, I overcompensate by yelling. So for you, so that your listening enjoyment is enhanced, I've gone deaf for you. For you. There was no other reason for me to do it. Nobody would. You know what? I'm gonna make myself go deaf. But I had a reason, and the reason always, you know this about me, Put the audience's needs before your own needs.
You know what?
Could somebody congratulate me for being so
Eric.
wonderful?
Bravo.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Also, George Clark figured out why the F1 bar will work.
Why?
Which is?
Well, it's the F1 experience, so you're going to get ripped off the whole time.
Yeah, you're going to pay way too much money and get ripped off for everything, which is the genuine F1 experience. You can get it right there. Go to the bar. You don't have to go to Austin. You don't have to go to Austin, Texas to get ripped off by F1 anymore. Or Miami. Do
Or
it right there on the
Vegas.
west. Or Vegas.
Do they race here?
No, they don't. They have 3 races in America. Come on, keep up.
I don't know anything.
Austin, Texas.
Why not here?
Las Vegas.
Is it streets?
Austin, Texas is a real road course. Las Vegas is through the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And Miami, they've built a course around the football stadium.
Oh, they could do 285 here.
That's NASCAR. That's not F1. F1 usually has like 13 to 16 corners.
Okay, start up in the mountains and then
Oh, yeah. That's
your way
rally
to-
racing.
Oh,
Dragon's
the
Tail.
the old moonshine route.
Yeah, that would be NASCAR again. You're not helping.
Dang it.
You're not helping. Although I'm watching more F1. I'm watching less NASCAR. I don't know why.
Are you excited about Lewis Hamilton being on Ferrari?
I don't know that I'm excited about it. I do get excited at the beginning of the F1 season. I don't know why. I like the fact that ESPN runs them without commercials. I like that. So it's the full thing, and if the commentators, they got to have something. They got to bring their A game. They're not stopping down for commercials every once in a while. They got to keep it going, man. But usually by the end of the season, I duck out of that too. I'm getting kind of bored with racing. I wish WRC had a good product. I could easily watch the rally. They used to have a great show that would cover the rallies, but now they don't cover them well. They're not fun to watch. They do have them. They used to, like 2006, 2007 on the Speed Channel. Yeah. They had great coverage of rallies.
What happened in NASCAR?
What do you mean what happened?
Because you used to be a
It's
huge
still there.
fan.
I think I just don't.
The Atlanta race was good.
Yeah,
I watched that a couple
guess.
weeks ago.
I want to go to the next Atlanta race. Shelley Winter. Let's see if we can get any pull left in this town, and maybe we can all get some good credentials and go to the Atlanta race. Because I do want to see, since they've changed it to pack racing, I do want to see it there. I just don't. I just think that this generation of drivers, it's not their fault.
They're not allowed to have personalities and
Yeah,
stuff.
it costs so much to have a top level program and so you need corporate money for that. And you know how corporations are now. They're not fun at all. They're always saying the blandest. So as a driver, when you're good at go-karts even and you're 12 and you start getting into this lineup of people who are going to come through, you're taught. You start getting, if anybody thinks that you're good at 12 or 13 or 14, you don't just get more lessons on how to become a better driver. They begin how to become a corporate spokesperson at the same time, because you don't want to be hired and then lose a sponsorship for the guy who hired you. So it all ends up in this sort of blandness. There
You
are
need to
no,
let the cigarette
there are no Dale
companies-
Earnharts out there.
Let the cigarette companies
yeah,
back in. Make it fun.
let the cigarette companies.
Vape companies get the what are they called? The
Views or Juul or
yeah, you get Juul, but what am I blanking on?
I thought Trump outlawed
Elf
them.
Bar.
The wannabe dip. What are the wannabe dips?
Oh,
Better
Zim?
ones. Zims, yeah, get them in there.
Zim.
Well,
Zim.
Zim.
Sorry, that's
and
what
those are
yeah.
lozenges you put in.
We gotta. They're not a NASCAR. I don't think that the podcast crowd is the NASCAR. The Zen crowd is the podcast crowd.
Wow.
All they do, they're all like hopped up on. These podcasters are weird, man.
They go through the phases. They did that coffee with the butter in it and
Yeah.
everything.
And everybody's got
Rifle
coffee.
coffee.
Everybody's got coffee. All these podcasters. How come we don't have our own coffee? I mean, it's obvious that these people have nothing to do with it. You just call somebody and go, yeah, slap our name on your coffee, right? I mean, either that or we just have like a generation of podcasters who have this crazy, strange skill with coffee. What an odd thing. When I'm not podcasting, I go to Peru and I pick the beans myself off the side of a mountain. It's very difficult.
Jamie, go pick those beans.
And then everybody has a podcast now. I don't understand why celebrities and famous people who don't need it. Why?
To stay relevant.
Why? Once you've got money and I also don't understand why these A-list celebrities are showing up in these commercials. Like, why is Ted Danson the spokesperson for Consumer Cellular?
Because they want it to be funny and they want people to watch the ad.
Yeah, but aren't there other actors that could, like, it's like when I look at like Will Ferrell doing the is it PayPal? He
PayPal,
does?
yeah, that's the one.
Like it's almost like a mirror image of what's happening to society, where like the top 1% are taking everything. Like, aren't there working actors that would like to get a shot at the PayPal thing? Now, I get it's a celebrity endorsement, but I feel like Will Ferrell, even though he's well on the back now, he's on the back 2 of his career. He's not doing what he was doing before, but he had, I feel like PayPal is below him. I feel like Consumer Cellular, I feel like that's below Ted Danson. I keep seeing these huge. It's like, why are you doing this? Like,
I
Ted
guess
Danson.
the money must be insane.
Oh, really? Now Ted Danson can retire because he got the Consumer Cellular gig?
Well, he's worried about his grandkids. They're not going to make any money in this
Yeah.
world.
What about Josh Allen, who said no to $5 million?
What did he turn down?
I guess he could have gone for like 60, so he could have got ahead of Dak. Josh Allen has the most. Finally, somebody has passed Deshaun Watson. He has the most guaranteed money of all time, $250 million. But Dak has the better. He has the $60 million, $60 a year, I think. Whereas poor old Josh is only going to get $55 million.
I know. Wow, I don't think he can make it.
Yeah, the way he puts it. Another 5 wouldn't really change my life.
Yeah, we got that. I'll play that when we get back. I got that audio because there's for one thing, it's like I'm glad that he said it, but the way that he's being covered is a little bit of like hometown cooking. Yeah. I mean, you would think in Buffalo that he just took a vow of poverty so that his team could. He only took $55 million a year. Alex Williams says 75 is jammed through Cobb.
Yeah, still watching the rough ride. Believe it or not, it's all due to a crash that has been on the right shoulder for quite a while. 75 northbound, just past Chastain Road, exit 271. Delays stretch back into Marietta from the south 120 loop. Slowly starting to thin out, so just stick with it there. If you're traveling I-85 northbound, that crash all to the right at Pleasantdale Road, sluggish through Norcross, but still fighting the brake lights. 85 northbound up into Swanee from Sugarloaf Parkway up to the crash that's been off to the right as well. At I-985, still slow through downtown, Kobe Dawkins.
And that's correct. 75-85 north. Brake lights continue to start at Langford Parkway, getting to 10th Street. Southbound rides, those delays beginning before the downtown merge, getting to I-20. From the and this report is sponsored by the Callaway Resort and Gardens. Celebrate spring at Callaway Resort and Gardens in Pine Mountain, Georgia. Relax at their 4-diamond lodge and spa or a charming cottage experience. Vibrant blues and immersive art. Plan your spring getaway at CallawayGardens.org. From the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Mark Arum.
What did you do last week?
He knows Atlanta.
It hasn't happened here.
And Atlanta knows him.
I'm a simple man with simple needs.
Mark Arum.
Like the new boss comes in and says, we're starting all over here.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hey folks, it's Belinda, and spring is right around the corner, and pests like termites, ants, and roaches are going to be out in force. You can protect your home with Arrow Exterminators and the Centricon system. Arrow Exterminators uses the most effective and environmentally friendly solutions available. With over 61 years of family-owned experience, you can trust them to keep your home pests free. Call 888-GO-ARROW to schedule your free pest inspection, or visit arrowexterminators.com and tell them Belinda sent you.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in Amco just as much as I do.
Dale, over the years, we've both reported about people getting taken advantage of. So I'm keenly aware what it takes to deliver not just great performance, but great customer service. People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to Amco.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned Amco near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA.
MCO.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell, and for over a decade, I've trusted America's best choice for windows, doors, siding, and decks.
Spring is the perfect time to update your home, and America's Best Choice makes it easy with these spring specials. Highest quality, energy-efficient windows starting at just $299. Take 10% off a new deck and create the outdoor oasis of your dreams. No pressure, no gimmicks. Visit abcwin.com today to schedule your free consultation.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our US-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or consumercellular.com today. Real people paid to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
And he became Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Is that guy's name?
Blue on black, baby.
When I first came to town, that's all we played.
Oh, I know. I wasn't even working yet, and I would tune in the station, and it always made me laugh. One time, Eric goes, "It's all downhill from here." Because that song played every morning.
Oh my gosh, that song would play twice a show.
I don't
When
think
we
I know
first
that
got
one.
here, we had to do well, it went away, but when I first came to Atlanta in '98, the song "Blue on Black" was the biggest song.
Who sang
All
it?
the lady Kenny Wayne
Shepherd.
Shepherd, and he was going to be the next. Why am I blanking on?
Rob Thomas.
No.
He was going to be the next
the guitarist,
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan. And it just never quite happened. But I'll tell you this: I think one of the first things that we ever did when we came to town was we had to introduce him at Tabernacle, and that was a hell of a night. First of all, it started. You know that area on the side of the stage, the Tabernacle, where the crowd is right there. Like you can be right there at the side of the stage, and the crowd is there. And so early in the evening, it's like, "Oh, y'all great, man!" This guy's like, "Best thing that ever happened in Atlanta radio. You guys came here. It was all great." And then the night goes on a little bit, and he's drinking more and more. And that same guy, about an hour and a half later, hell, you don't even know what it is to really have a job, really work for a living. How did we go from...
Who was that, a roadie or something?
I don't know. It was just a person in the crowd. And we'd only been in town for a month or so.
Bipolar much?
It went from, wow, y'all the best thing to get on the radio to, well, it's not like you know how to work for a living.
That is somebody you do not want to drink with.
Yeah. Then I went on stage. It turns out this Kenny Wayne Shepherd had this... Now, I don't know if he's still with us. If he's not, rest in peace. I'm just telling you a story from back in '98. His father was kind of in charge of his career. And I hate going up and introducing. I don't hate it with drive-in because we're friends and it's a connection. But I've always hated this thing where, hey, you're the DJ. Go up and say hello to the crowd. Be a brand ambassador. Go out there and tell them how great you are. Whatever. I always hated that. But you do it because you have to. It comes with the territory. And that's why I was there that night. because my bosses told me to be there, not because I wanted to steal any of the limelight that Kenny Wayne Shepherd was building at the time.
He's still with us, by the way. He's 47 years old.
No, I meant the dad.
Okay.
I meant the dad. He was like super young. That was the whole thing. He was like 19 or something. And so we get up there just enough just to say hello to the crowd, and that's all we do. And the lights come down, and the band comes on, because it was like his dad going, no DJ's going to go out there and steal the thunder from my son. I'm like, man, that's not what I'm here because have you ever worked for a living? Your bosses tell you have to do something. That's why I'm here.
So they would not let you do it.
They just cut the lights and just the band walked out on stage. It's like, I'm not here because I want to steal the limelight. I'm here. I would rather be home. Do you know me? I'd rather be home. I don't find it fun to stand on stage. It's like if a crowd came to see a band, they want to see the band. I've never been the guy, hey, let me get up here and tell you a few jokes before you. I've never been that person.
Wait, so this is...
I respect the stage, damn it.
So this is different than the time where you were at Music Midtown.
Joe Walsh? No, that wasn't
they said you would never...
Yeah, that was when we first came. That was actually, that was even before. Might have been after because it was probably the summer.
You had some odd experiences introducing bands.
Well, you just have these people that they just want to be big shots in these
they
stages.
told you not to do it, but you did it.
No, the Joe Walsh thing was a roadie.
Yeah.
Do not introduce Joe. I would tell you something. You guys just got here. You introduce Joe Walsh. You're not gonna have a job on Monday. So I had to check that out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Joe Walsh walks up the ramp. He's a great guy.
How you doing,
It's
man?
it was just the jerks around him.
It's rock and roll.
Yeah, there you go, man. And it turns out I still had a job on Monday. Look, it's 2025. I still have a job. I don't know what that roadie's doing.
Did you get any looks on the way out when you walked back down?
Who cares? Yeah, I got a look from Joe Walsh. Hey, man. He didn't care. All right.
Blood Moon time.
That music. Oh, yeah. Get ready for that Blood Moon. That music is telling us two things. Be careful. Wear a cap if you're out at 2 in the morning because it will bleed right on top of your head. We got to get the hell out of here. Shelley Winter's up next. He's got a great show for you. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us. But until then, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genie.
656, Cool Ray Carrier, WSB 24-hour traffic center. Trying to clean up the ride around town. Crash still off to the right in Kennesaw. 75 northbound, Chastain Road, exit 271. Brake lights back to Highway 5. 85 northbound, still trying to improve into Swanee from 316 up to a crash off to the right at 985. And downtown, still seeing the brake lights out of Buckhead on 400 south from Lennox Road. You improve on the connector south, though, the closer you get to I-20. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
Money Update. From WSB consumer expert Clark Howard. Sponsored by Reliable Heating and Air.
Our auto insurance premiums, according to an Axios report, last year averaged over $2,800, far higher than the national average. And so it becomes